All right, guys. Sorry about that. I have to go ahead and just get up off my seat real quick. How are y'all doing? This is the 7th episode of the No Flightless live stream. How is everybody doing right now? Who do we got in the chat right now? Let's see. I'm going to wait for the chat to build up a little bit. Let's see. Ackright, how you doing, brother? It's been a hot minute. It's been 1 week. Capitalistic. I remember all you guys. Kaylee Steel Moon, Andy Harris, Major V, Billy Mota. Billy, by the way, did you come into the store, the California store, a little while ago, like a couple days ago? I feel like I remember seeing that name on the list of receipts. But anyway, how's everyone doing? How everyone's weekend went by? I hope you all had a good weekend. Stitch is here, of course. Always expected my main man to show up. How is everybody doing? I'm gonna wait for going in the chat to go ahead and start building up. Brandon, how is it going on? Andy Harris, Pit Viper P Plus arrives tomorrow. Hey, man, that's freaking sick. The P Pluses were super, super dope. But yeah, guys, I'm going to go wait for the chat to go ahead and start building up a little bit more before we get officially start, even though it's technically speaking already 31 and we've already started, but whatever. Oblivion, okay, or early morning. Eden's here. What's going on, man? What's going on? I am glad to see that you guys are all here. For anyone that is watching right now, if you're an absolutely new beginner, you first time in this type of stream, hello, first of all, I want to say thank you for tuning in. Obviously, it means the world to me that you guys would find this channel interesting, and especially my show interesting. But this is a Q&A stream. We do have topics that we'd like to go ahead and discuss later on down the line, but first and foremost, we are a Q&A stream, so if you guys have any questions regarding Airsoft, looking for recommendations, you're looking for parts, maybe even gear recommendations, whatever it may be, just any information regarding Airsoft as a whole, then feel free to go ahead and ask down in the live chat. Make sure to just go ahead and put the letter Q in front of your question. That way I can go ahead and highlight that. Am I muted? Darren, no, I think everyone can hear me so far. Darren, not too sure what might be going. If make sure, guys, let me know if the audio is coming in good. On my end, it looks like it looks like my mic's picking up everything right now. But if I'm having any sort of issues, please let me go ahead and know down in the live chat as well. But yeah, how is everyone going on? Real Wild, hey man, I am so on. Okay, Real Wild. For those that don't know, Real Wild, even you should know if you've been watching our live streams that we've been doing. But Real Wild, I believe, was the previous winner that had won, and he had won $3,000 through the shopping spree giveaway. $3,000, Benjamins would be 100. Well, like three whole Benjis times 10. Yeah, he won $3,000, which is a fuck ton of money. I think it's like the second biggest prize pot we've done, only second to Airsoft Brewer, which I don't see him in the chat yet, but I'm sure he will show up at some point. Brewer, he won $4,150. But yeah, $3,000 was absolutely insane. He actually came in to the store and we hooked him up with a will call order and picked up a few smaller things in the store as well. Real Wild, just wanted to let you know that I believe your stuff should be ready by tomorrow. I believe you ordered the targeting system and a couple of things. I believe all your stuff, you will probably be getting that email tomorrow because I remember you ordered the big targeting system. That one, I believe when I was unloading the van today from products that we received from our other warehouses, I saw that one. I was like, not too many people order that one specific. I have a feeling I know exactly who this is for. So I'm pretty sure, just be on the lookout on your email. I'm sure your order is going to be like marked as ready for pickup by tomorrow. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and just start building up some questions. You know what, fuck it. Let's just go ahead and get into it. Why don't we? But before we start answering some questions, I want to go ahead and get a couple things clear. We do have some promos going on right now, guys. So, all right, up right here. So we have 3 promos going on right now. So the first and foremost, any orders for a Lancer Tactical AEG, right? It can be any, as long as it's a Lancer branded, and it's an AEG. It could literally be like the 240. It can be any one of the Blackbirds. Literally, you just type in Lance Tactical AEG, right? Or you can even go in Airsoft Guns, AEG, look up Lance Tactical right there on the pop-up menu, and all these guns are going to show up. Order any one of these, and even if it's part of a combo, you'll be getting 10 entries, 10 chances of winning Thursday's $1,200. What the heck did I do? Typo, my bad, typo. There we go. $1,800 shopping spree giveaway. 10 chances of winning that for any of these AEGs, right? As long as they're technically speaking marked as a Lancer Tactical AEG, you're going to get 10 chances of winning. Next and foremost, any pre-orders for the TTI Pit Viper will receive 10 chances of winning, the 10 entries into the $1,800 shopping spree giveaway. Again, we have a bunch of stuff featuring the Pit Vipers, some combos with the R15. That one's actually a banging combo. You can get it with a pistol case. You want to get the P Plus package. Pretty much any of these combos, well, those are all sold. Dang, all the other ones are sold out. But if you get any one of those, including just the base gun by itself, you will be getting 10 chances and 10 entries into the $1,800 shopping spree giveaway. Again, that's going to be Cisco's live stream that he's hosting on Thursday. That's going to be starting at 5:30, so make sure that you guys get those in while you can. And the last promo, the exclusive for tonight's stream, is going to be any $50 order placed before 9:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time is going to be getting 5 entries or 5 chances into the shopping spree giveaway. And again, that can be literally for anything. If you didn't want to pick up a Lancer or a Pit Viper, by all means, you don't have to. I would strongly encourage you, especially if you guys have the time or are a California resident, highly recommend checking out BBWars Coastal Front. This is the first BBWars event to come back to California. Born in California, and it ended up leaving, unfortunately, for a little bit. It ended up migrating to Texas, which it has garnered a huge following in Texas. But we wanted to bring it back for you guys because, again, we want to host a Cali-based event again. And this is it, man. If you guys want to see more Cali events hosted by Gia, be it BBWars or even other stuff, this is the best way to go ahead and support these events is by picking up your tickets and showing up to the event. It's going to be April 22nd. Tickets are available for both sides. We have them both for Rebels and the Empire as well. I myself am going to be joining sides with Dark Cisco, and we are going to be crushing the Rebellion. So if any one of you Rebel scum wants to go ahead and challenge me, you'll know where to find me. Pick up your tickets right now. Show me what you got. But if you want to join my side, that's what's up. Again, tickets, $50 each side. We're going to be hosted at U.S. Airsoft Field or U.S. Airsoft Field World. They keep changing their name. I'm not sure. U.S. Airsoft Field. They have their own website. Make sure to go ahead and check them out as well. The rules are listed all down here. Last stream, we actually started talking about what was going to be required as far as like gear and what do you need in order to get into this event. And honestly, it's a very easy event to get into. There's not a whole lot of like, it's not like any hardcore milsim, right, where you're required with this very specific, strict uniform requirement, weapons, platform requirements, nothing like that. It's the rules are all there, and we're going to be getting more into it with time. But again, make sure to go and pick up your tickets. If you want to see more California events like BBWars, these big, massive, team-based operations, then make sure to go ahead and place your orders. It's gonna be a blast, guys. You're gonna have so much fun. All the GI boys are gonna be coming out, so make sure that you pick up your tickets while you can, because again, tickets are moving, so make sure you order yours. All right. Now, with that said, why don't we go ahead and answer some questions? We do have a topic for tonight that is going to be in regards to BBWars. However, we're going to save that till a little bit later. We're going to go ahead and start answering some questions. Might as well just go ahead and get the ball rolling. And again, guys, if you have any questions, I don't care if you have our answer, if you think they're a dumb question or not. There's no such thing as dumb questions. Go ahead and ask them. Especially if you're a newer player, especially if you don't know the answer to this question that you have, then feel free to go ahead and ask it away. Make sure you just put a Q in front of it, and I will do my best to go ahead and answer as many as I possibly can, as detailed as I possibly can. Let's go ahead and start answering some, y'all. The Panther, I mean the STI, TTI license, GW3 Combat Master, I thought it was EMG. Okay, so Eli, there are basically, for the sake of this, we'll say that there's two main types of Combat Masters that you can get. There's the JAG OEM one, and then there's the EMG, right? Between the two, the EMG, here's the thing, we actually used to have the EMG for a little bit. But I'm gonna be honest, it's a piece of crap. Like, it's really bad. All you have to do is just pick it up and just start playing around with it. Dude, it doesn't feel right at all. There's something off about that gun. Like, it looks cool, don't get me wrong. It's a Combat Master. Of course it's going to look cool, right? That thing is just beautiful. But the EMG is just not well put together. It shakes like crazy. Like, you literally, all you got to do is just move it around, and it just starts shaking like a tactical Morocco. Like, who put this together, right? The JAG is significantly higher quality. It performs fucking fantastic out of luck. And that's not even just for the Combat Master alone. You can take a look at the Combat Master, the Pit Viper that we have, the Alpha, the Sand Viper, which is my favorite one. I've had tons of texts actually take a look at the JAG one, and they were saying, deadass, yeah, the JAG is significantly superior to the EMG. So, there you go. All right, let's see here. How's everyone going tonight? Good. Okay, glad to hear that I am being heard properly. Okay. Pewsoft asks thoughts on sniping or thoughts of sniping. I think he means sniping in Airsoft, if I'm understanding the question correctly. I think Airsoft sniping it can be very hit or miss. That's what I'll say that. It can be very hit or miss because being able to snipe in Airsoft really requires the participation of the field rules, and also, I guess, the event itself, if that makes any sort of sense, right? If you're doing regular walk-on games, I think you can play with a sniper rifle for sure, right? I mean, I'm a firm believer in, it's not the gun, it's the player. If you suck, you get with no matter what platform you have, well, there you go, right? Like, you're not going to get kills regardless. You're not going to be an asset to your team. But if you're good, and I mean truly good, you'll be good with no matter what gun you're given. You will find a way to get some kills or to be able to secure points for your team if you're playing it that way, like it's more objective based. Whatever it may be, you will find a way to be an asset no matter what platform you are given, right? At the end of the day, they are tools, and it's up to the player to go ahead and make the best of it, right? I'm a firm believer in that. Sniping, though, can be a little tricky. I think there are a lot of sniper rifles out on the market that are available because, again, people do want to get into snipers. They're cool. There's something nice and just cathartic about being able to pull a whole bolt back and being able to go ahead and just get like one shot, one chance, one opportunity to seize everything you ever want. All right, I'm not gonna do more Eminem, but you guys know what I mean, right? Same thing in video games, right? Where you only have like one shot to go ahead and make that perfect, shot. And if you mess up, you mess up. But the rewarding feeling that you get from getting a kill is just, there's almost nothing like it, right? Like getting a kill with no matter what airsoft gun you have is cool. It feels fucking great. But something special, though, about getting a kill with a sniper rifle, because I think it's part of that challenge, right? But not everyone's really ready for that challenge. I'm going to go ahead and say it. There's a lot of people in Airsoft, especially when they're first starting into it. I'm not going to go ahead and point any fingers or towards any one demographic or anything. But we do see that there are a lot of newer players that are that they want to get into Airsoft. And, they watch a couple of sniper videos on YouTube, which is totally understandable. They're very satisfying to watch. But they go in with the assumption that just because they have a sniper rifle, they're already going to be at that level. Having a sniper rifle is not going to make you a sniper. If you are not a good player or not experienced enough, you are going to suck, no matter what platform you go with, right? Like, if you would say the same thing for someone like me. I love my LMGs, I love my machine guns, but, just because it's my first time going out with that platform doesn't mean that I'm going to get a bunch of kills in the meantime. No, of course not. It requires time, practice, and dedication to the platform and essentially to your craft at that point, right? You're trying to specialize in a role, you need to practice with it. Otherwise, you're going to suck no matter what you do because, again, if you're not practicing with it, that's it. Even if you have a little bit of, like, raw talent, for example, raw talent without any sort of, like, practice or dedication means nothing to someone that, may not have the same level of just natural ability, but just through sheer practice, dedication, and honing his skills, he can pretty much clobber anyone. Anyone. Clobber. I said it like the thing from the Fantastic Four. It's clobbering time. But yeah, I think if the field is built around, like, if it's a bit little, I guess more spread out, I would say is the proper term. I'm not sure. I would say spread out. If the field is a little bit more spread out, right? If it's outdoors, for example, you have a little bit more space in between barriers. If you have good cover, or I should say good concealment, I guess, then I would say, you should be pretty good. Again, it's kind of hard to do, though, on a regular walk-on game because it is difficult because, again, some of the fields, again, local to your area, depending, might be a little more CQB-oriented. The matches are pretty, quick sometimes, depending on the fields you go to, like SC Village, Hollywood Sports. I know Hollywood Sports, would only do, like, sometimes only 5-minute, maybe 10-minute matches, and then that was it, and you would just, before you rotate sides, or you'd go back to the staging area. So it kind of requires the game mode or the game itself to be played for a little bit longer because being able to be a good sniper, you kind of have to be a little bit more patient. You're not going to be running out into the front. I mean, you can. If you got the skill for it, by all means, go for it, But typically for a sniper role or like a reconnaissance role, you're basically in at least in a milsim setting, your main role as a sniper is to provide recon, right? To be able to go and do recon, provide intel on the enemy, being able to go ahead and just, all right, keep track of enemy movements, any sort of patterns that might be going on, being as a sort of acting as like a lookout, and more so as a command element to provide intel that regular platoon might not be able to acquire. That's sort of their main job. And if they have to engage with someone, then yeah, of course, they will do it. They have ideally their guns would be built for longer range at that point. Because even then, a lot of sniper rifles out of the box, some of them might shoot at a higher FPS, which is dope, but I still recommend upgrading, or at least getting a platform that can be upgraded later on down the line so that you can get that performance that you see on those videos. Because a lot of those YouTube videos, yeah, they're using like guns that have been built out for that. You know what I mean? They're not using a stock gun. Sometimes they can be. They'll put in the title using this stock gun. And some of them, especially on the higher end spectrum, like let's say a Modify M24, yeah, they're going to perform a little bit better than, you know, something that costs under $200. But I still do recommend getting especially if you're just getting into it, just get a platform like a VSR-10 that you can easily find parts for. Like one of my favorite ones to get here. Like one of my favorite ones to get or recommend for customers has got to be, excuse me. Let's see here. There we go. I'm pretty sure I got that. Yeah. The double Bell VSR-10s. Ooh, some of them are on a shocker deal right now. Hell yeah, brother. All right. So the double Bell VSR-10s. We've had our techs take a look at these, right? And I've said it on previous streams before when Cisco and I used to do it together. The double Bell VSR-10s, very upgradable. And they already have a pretty high level of quality in their internal parts right out of the box. Like our previous tech was very surprised with how good these things were. So definitely recommend picking one of these. If you want to get one on a budget, this one's on a shocker deal for like, what, 7 more days? 7 more days and that's it? That's freaking insane. 7 more days and you can go ahead and pick up this double Bell VSR-10 for $91.08. That is absolutely fucking insane. And these things are like pretty good out of the box. If you want to start building this out as is, you totally can. But even then, out of the box, this performs really well, like really, really well. FPS is already shooting at like 500, exactly where you need it to be. And because of VSR-10 platform, excuse me, you can find a bunch of upgrade parts. We sell a bunch of upgrade parts for it on our website as well. So that would be the one that I would go ahead and say to check out if you wanted to get into sniping. Okay. Let's see here. Zamilu was debating between an AAP and a high kappa. Can you help? We'll be running HPA. I mean, regardless of whether you're going to be doing HPA or not, I guess it really depends on what it is that you hope to do with it. The AAP01 and the high kappas are pretty like customizable, right? If you've been playing Airsoft for a while, you know that the high kappa is the #1 most customizable platform when it comes to gas blowback pistols. There's no pistol that comes close to it, right? It just, at the end of the day, there isn't. It's the high kappa all the way. So personally, I would say if you're looking to go out and just have more easeability of finding parts, I would say go with a high kappa. I do like the AAP01s though, but since you're running it HPA, I would say that's going to be entirely up to you. But personally, I'm going to throw my hat in the ring and say go with a high kappa. Just saying. I think it would find it a little bit easier later on down the line, because if you're willing to do HPA, that means you want to do a lot of stuff to it, and that's my train of thought. So if that's the case, I would say go high kappa. Okay, Eden, this is a good question. What the heck? Why does everything move? Okay, I believe Eden asked me a question about. Oh God, everything moves so fast. Where'd it go? I hate it when that happens. One sec, almost there. Okay, what's your maintenance routine for your airsoft guns? So it depends on the gun itself. Gas guns are going to require a lot more maintenance. Here's a general rule of thumb I have for all my airsoft guns. Because a lot of times I keep them in gun bags and storage, right? So they're not like exposed to the elements or anything. They're usually tucked away, pretty safe and securely. But if I know I'm going to be playing a game soon, ideally I would be cleaning it before and after every single game. Not like literally every round. I mean like, if I know I'm going to play tomorrow, I would clean it today. And then after the day ends, when I come back home, when I'm done playing for that day or for this event, when I come home, I'm going to go ahead and clean it immediately as soon as I get home. That's the ideal, right? It really also depends on how often you're using the guns, right, at the end of the day. Because again, if I'm only using it like this one gun once a month, then really I would only end up like cleaning it maybe once or twice, right? That's usually about it. Really just depends on the frequency. Now, if you're playing every day, right? Like, let's say you have a gas blowback pistol of some kind, right? Or a gas rifle, and you're bringing it out to the field, and like, especially if you're like an indoor field, and you're playing like every week, right? Like 1 to 2 times a week, then yeah, you're gonna want to clean it that much. So maybe like twice a week, maybe even 3 times. Really depends on your schedule, right? But ideally, If you're playing more frequently, cleaning it more frequently. That's kind of the general rule of thumb. Okay, let's see here. Are you going to go as a clone trooper for the Empire TCP Productions? I will not be bringing the clone trooper helmet that you usually see. If you guys follow me on TikTok, or if you guys follow us on other social media, like again, our Instagram, YouTube, if you see all the shorts that we do, sometimes I'll use like my modified like clone trooper helmet. I will not be bringing that one out because I still need to change out the lens for a like actual ANSI rated, like Airsoft like rated set of like lenses, so I can properly play with them. Because again, I'm not trying to get my eyes shot out. But I will be using instead. We are going to be okay, so I guess I'll go and spoil it. This Friday's episode is going to be a Tactical Gearheads episode on my Imperial Loadout. But I will show you guys what I'm rocking for a helmet. You can go in and see that right here. This is the helmet that I'm running. Let's see here. Yeah. Very, very cool. Got the dummy nods on there just because, you know, I thought it looked cool. Why not, right? But I got my Imperial patch on there as well. It is basically a Lancer Tactical maritime helmet that I painted white. It was originally black, but, you know, I kind of wanted to get, the whole idea of the loadout was to make what would a modern stormtrooper look like, right? With like modern tactical gear and everything. So I took a few liberties. Obviously, I was trying to be a little more creative with it. But I think it turned out pretty well, actually. I will be showing the entire video on, releasing it on Friday on our main YouTube channel. So keep an eye out for that. I go in depth about the whole kit that I'm wearing and everything. But if you have questions about the kit too, I can answer that now. I don't mind. Let's see here. Just trying to make sure I'm not missing anything. Real, I think I just missed you at the store on Saturday. No, I'm pretty wild. I'm pretty sure I saw you. Was the one that helped you out, if I remember correctly. Okay, let's make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay. I want to buy the... Okay. Tridge EBK went ahead and asked, I want to buy the WA M4A1 GBB. Is it worth it? I know I have to upgrade a lot of it. If you mean the like Western Arms style, like Gasolvec M4s, like from Golden Eagle, they are very fun guns. I will say that. They are very, very fun guns. There is a lot of work that I would say that you would probably have to put into it in order for it to be a little bit more competitive and reliable on the fields. It's definitely a gun that I would usually relegate to like training like in your backyard or something with. That's typically what I would usually suggest it for. But if you're planning on fielding it, I would probably look into upgrading the magazines and maybe some of the internal parts. Bear in mind, if it's the like Western Arms system ones, like the Golden Eagle ones that you're referring to, parts for those can be a little bit more difficult to find nowadays, considering it is a very old system. However, you can still find them out in the wild. I believe even we still sell a couple of parts for it. We still sell magazines for it, so you know that you'll always have a consistent source of mags. However, if you are referring to, I don't know if that was a typo or not. Let's see here. I want to buy the. Oh, I see. I would say it's. I would say this. It's good for like backyard training, and for the most part, that's typically what I would recommend it stick to, just as is. Right? If you're looking for a gas M4, you can always go with a WeTech. WeTech, I know, is going to be a little bit pricier, but honestly, when it comes to gas guns, it is going to be worth it. WeTech does have a lot more aftermarket parts available for it. I would also suggest, honestly, go with a KWA. Like, go with the LM4s. Here. KWA LM. What the heck's going on? Here we go. LM4. Yeah, there we go. Oh, it looks like some of them might be sold out. Oh, no. Let's see if we just type in LM4. Yeah, it looks like most of them have already... Dang, that was... I mean, I'm glad people are listening to our recommendations. We've been recommending the LM4 series for a while now, and I'm glad that people that are getting into gas guns are getting it. Just because they... Out of the box, they're just a lot more reliable. They're a lot more rugged. And as long as you're keeping up with the maintenance, you're not going to... I know a lot of people say, oh, it double jams. Yeah, it only double feeds if you're not cleaning it. If you're not cleaning it, then yeah, it's going to have some problems. That's any gas gun, period. But with the KWAs, they're built a lot better. That you can tell that there's a lot more higher quality internal components that went into it compared to like anything that uses like the Western arms system. It just feels a lot better, and it performs way better. It is going to cost you more. Yes, it is going to cost a lot more, but it is worth it. It's one of those simple things, right? You buy once, you cry once, and that's it. Like, you don't have to worry about buying a bunch of different replacement parts later on down the line just to get it to function. I've been running the LM4, the original LM4, for years now, since like 2017. I don't get the double feeding issue because, again, I clean my guns and it works fine. If you can also ask Justin, too. He's another storefront rep that works with us. He runs the LM4 system as well. He has the Masada, but he uses the LM4. It's using the LM4 system inside. And again, maintain it and you're fine. Maintain it and you're good. All right, let's go ahead and keep moving down. See, make sure I'm not missing any more questions. I want to make sure I give everyone a fair chance. Cody Dearman can't make Cali due to finances, but will be in Texas. Hey, Cody, don't worry about it, man. Do not worry about it. The fact that you want to come out means like the world to us. We already appreciate the support already. But yeah, if you can go out to the Texas one, Operation Backbreaker, by all means, make sure to go ahead and swing by to that one as well. We love you guys in Texas. I would love to go to the Texas event too, and I would love to go play with you, Cody. That's up to Bossman though if he wants to send me out there. Oblivion Knock. Another question. I wonder, do you lot ship to Norway? We typically ship internationally, so it's. I don't remember the exact laws for Norway. However, we do typically ship international. We've done international shipments before to all across Europe. For that one, I would look into the local laws regarding airsoft in your country and also what are the restrictions for it. Just make sure to keep that in mind whenever you're ordering something. Because bear in mind, once we ship something internationally, that's it. It's out of our hands. There is nothing we can do about what happens to it afterwards, right? So if customs ends up seizing it for whatever reason, whether it doesn't meet the FPS limit or if there's some weird law regarding airsoft or replica firearms in your country, that's not going to be our fault at that point. That is entirely up to the buyer to know and understand all their local laws regarding airsoft and importing them in addition to paying any additional duties and fees that might be required to bring that into the country. That's honestly, it's not our fault. We would love to go ahead and just send it to you, but a lot of countries do have restrictions on airsoft and also have a higher tax for importing said goods that do need to be paid off. So just keep that in mind when you're doing when you're looking into buying something from Airsoft GI, because we are US based. Please 2 orders since last week for pickup. When would be ready? Billy, go ahead. You can go ahead and DM us directly, be it through Instagram, Facebook, Discord. You with your order number, please. That makes it like 10 times easier, and then we can figure out what might be going on. Depends on the item. If it was for a pickup, depending on where it can come from, it can be delayed, especially if we get like a really huge influx of orders coming in. Sometimes on the weekend we get like pretty backed up with orders. There's a lot. I'm pretty sure we're caught up right now, but just in case, go ahead and DM us. We can go ahead and take a look and see what might be going on. Then again, you can go ahead and DM us directly. We're on Discord. We're on Facebook. Be patient. We do get a lot of questions regarding orders, recommendations. We get a ton of questions on social media, man. But be patient. We will get you attended. We will get you helped out. Okay, let's see here. Cody Dearman, are blue jeans okay for Empire at Operation Backbreaker? I would say ideally not. If you can, please try to go ahead and... worst case scenario, just wear like black jeans or something. I would say try to keep a camouflage, so that way it's a lot easier for the enemy team to distinguish you. Because here's the thing, nothing sucks more than not being able to properly identify your teammates. So if you're wearing like blue jeans and like civvy clothes, that's really hard for someone on the rebel team to go ahead and distinguish you as an Imperial, right? Because the idea is, okay, if I'm a rebel soldier, I'm gonna be looking for camouflages, right? That's the idea. I'm looking for camouflage so I can properly ID friendly from enemy, right? That's the whole point. I would say if you absolutely have to run blue jeans, I would say okay. But just I would say have a backup spare pants if you have them just with you. So if for whatever reason, if any of the refs or anyone there gives you an issue with it or lets you know, hey, you can't play with those on, at least you'll have a backup. I would say bring a backup just in case. Number 2, if you are going to wear blue jeans, then I would say at the very least, make sure you have a camouflage top, right? Make sure you have, whether it's like multicam, woodland, whatever camouflage you want to run, just make sure it's a camouflage top that is clearly visible. So that way you can be clearly distinguished as an Imperial. Otherwise, it makes it confusing. And I know some people would say, well, I want to confuse the enemy. No, not for this event. It's not that type of event. Clear, distinct IFF, right? Being able to properly identify friend and foe, that's what we're going for. Makes it easier for everyone because we've had way too many people be like, oh, well, I'm kind of wearing blue jeans and I'm also wearing camo tops. Does that mean that I can just switch teams? No, you can't switch teams. If you're going Empire, you stick as Empire and make sure you stick to the uniform requirement. But if you have to, just make sure you're wearing a camouflage top at the very least. Okay. Do I need then? What do I need? Cody, just answer the question. Just make sure to go ahead and wear camouflage tops and bottoms. That's it says it in the rules. Make sure to go ahead and wear camouflage tops and bottoms. Gravin, DD, what's going on, man? I bought the R15 SBR Friday. Do I get entered into the giveaway? Yes. If you bought it Friday, you will be entered into Thursday's, this coming Thursday's shopping spree giveaway. You'll be getting your chance to get into it. Again, any $20 order. Any $20 order automatically gets you entered into Thursday's $1,800 shopping spree giveaway. It can be for BBs, green gas. If you want to buy a gift card, you can. If you want to go ahead and just pick up some accessories or even a whole airsoft gun, yeah, that'll get you entered for sure. Any $20 plus order is automatically going to get you entered. And that's not just for like, okay, if you need to have a bunch of them to have a chance. No, everyone has a chance. We've gone weeks before where the winner for just weeks upon every single time was a first-time shopper. And it was like small orders too. So everyone has a chance to win. Just make sure you guys take advantage. But again, if it happens to be over $50, right, and it's not like the TTI Pit Viper or a Lance Tactical AEG, because there's no stacking these, but any order, whether it's an accumulation of stuff or a grand total of like a $50 amount on the subtotal, you'll be getting 5 chances of winning the $1,800 shopping spree giveaway. So make sure that you guys go ahead and place your orders and take advantage while you can. Because again, this is exclusive to the stream itself. So once the stream's over at 9:30, that's it. Like there's no more like getting 5 entries into the shopping spree. It's just going to be regular entries in. But again, if you want to go ahead and pick up a Lancer Tactical AEG, specifically a Lancer AEG, you will be getting 10 chances into the $1,800 shopping spree giveaway. And again, if you also want to go ahead and pick up a Pit Viper, go ahead and place your pre-orders for one of those. Because the first wave, here's the thing, the first wave of Pit Vipers, they went like that. Like we had a ton of them. Like we were the first ones to get them, and they all just like that. Within a matter of days, they were gone. Like they were just literally flying off the shelves. We knew too to stock up on them, but even then, with our supplies, they completely dwindled down. Right? This gun is so freaking sweet. Absolutely love the Pit Viper. Super nice, very detailed, very intricate. I love the comp data that they put on here already. Fiber front sight, blacked out rear. And of course, you can go ahead and use pretty much most magazines as for that are TM spec. They should work with them. Although I prefer the Jag magazines because they're stupid efficient. Like they are really, really efficient. Especially the extended magazine, stupid efficient. But you can go and pick any or place a pre-order for any one of those. If you want to pick up, like, say, one of the combos, for example, or if you want to get with a gun bag, or even an R15 if you want to get, like, a primary and a sidearm, absolutely. Make sure that you guys take advantage of this because, again, these pre-orders, we already have a few pre-orders placed for them. So, the second wave is not going to be as numerous as the first wave was. Second wave, we're trying to resupply, but there's a lot of pre-orders, so make sure that you're part of that list and you don't miss out. Okay. Let's see. Is there any more? Cutter Airsoft, G&G SR25 cutterized DMR for the win. That's right. I love good DMR builds. I love seeing good DMR builds. Let's see here. Okay, Homie G asks, high cap mags versus mid cap mags and why? Okay. So, my answer is always going to be mid cap mags. Yes, a mid cap magazine does require you to use and buy a speed loader. But speed loaders at the end of the day can cost as little as like $4 or $5, right? And it's such a essential tool. Like some guns even come included with it. Some guns will literally come included with it. I believe even like Golden Eagle high kappas will come included with just like a basic like hand crank like push button speed loader. That's all you need, really. At the end of the day, that is all you need. Mid caps are so much more convenient, in my opinion, because you don't have to worry about any sort of winding mechanism, right? With a high capacity magazine, yeah, it holds a shit ton of BBs, right? Holds a shit ton, holds a lot. And it's cool that there's just a door where you just gotta open it up, and pour your BB bottle into it, right? Just pour it, all goes in. Sometimes you miss, because I'm clumsy like that. And that is cool, right? That you can just stack it up, right? With like a shit ton of BBs. And the idea of not reloading can sound appeasing to some. I get that. I get the appeal. However, I do like the realism that comes with reloading. And nothing kills it more for me, though, than having to like, oh, cool, I got this enemy here. Oh, wait, I need to wind my mag. And you got to stop what you're doing, stop your grip, and you got to just wind the stupid little winding wheel at the bottom to make sure that the spring is pushing up all the BBs, right? That the BBs are all the way at the top. It's super inconvenient for me. I'm not a huge fan of it. I will always recommend mid caps whenever possible. Now, there are some gun platforms that don't have mid caps, or the mid caps are just so fucking hard to find. I know that what that's like. Everyone on the stream, the regulars know, and even the mods know that I love the FAL platform, right? I love my 308 battle rifles. But sometimes mid caps are kind of a bitch to find. So anyone that runs regular M4s or ARs, y'all have it lucky, real lucky. Even AKs, I would say, y'all guys have it a little bit easier. Because at least you can find mags for those pretty much everywhere, us included, right? Especially us. We try our best to make sure that we stay stocked when it comes to magazines for both the AR and the AK platform. So I would say, personally, mid-caps, higher quality, usually work a lot better, not as inconvenient, and not as annoying because I don't have to wind a wheel. And again, also realism. I like the idea of reloading. It helps my immersion. All right, let's keep answering some questions. Why don't we? Cutter, so you don't sound like a rattle. Yeah, that's pretty much the main reason why. So you don't sound like a rattle. Just ordered my own MGC4. Nice, man. Placed your pre-order for it. When will it arrive? What day does it ship out? We are still waiting for the exact ETA for it. Again, sometimes there can be delays in pre-orders, but as of right now, when it ships out, you will be getting an email notification when it does, in addition to a tracking number. So you'll be able to keep track of the shipment entirely. Okay, let's see, make sure here. Fishes at that's a good comment. Revolvers have to be the most skill-based weapon. I would say revolvers are definitely up there because they're such an inconvenient platform, right? You kind of have to have the skill in order to back it up and have the skill to be viable with that weapon. It's just like I was saying earlier, right? At the end of the day, it doesn't matter what gun you're given, you will still find a way to get a kill with whatever gun you have, right? Revolvers included. Whether you're rocking like one of the older ASG Dan Wesson revolvers, or if you have like, let's see, an Elite Force Hater. I actually fucks with the Elite Force Hater a lot. I actually really like that gun. It's very simple, very affordable, very cool. But if you have one of those, yeah, you definitely need to have a little more skill, because it's not like you can just dump your entire magazine, right, and then just go ahead and quickly reload. Nah. Even with like one of my favorite revolvers has to be the Elite Force Hater. You still gotta take the little disc out and then put a new one if you don't have. If you don't have one, you have to go ahead and load that up with like 10 more BBs and put it back in, slide it, and you get to go. It takes some time, man. It's not as quick. And then the other revolvers, the more traditional style ones, yeah, they're shell-based. So you have to take out the shell, and there's only one BB per shell. So you're limited with, how much you can fire. So every shot you take, man, you better make sure that you're hitting something. I think I would have to agree with that statement then, that it definitely is a skill-based weapon. Not for the faint of heart. Let's see here. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Lone Racer Raw? Yes. Talent? No. Nice. Alright, let's see. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Before I continue on, make sure, guys, we do have the 3 promos going on right now. Again, any $50 order that is placed before 9:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time will be getting the 5 chances of winning the shopping spree giveaway. That is the 5 entries into it. So make sure, again, it can be literally for anything. BBs, batteries, chargers, green gas, resupplies, and whatever it is that you need for Airsoft. As long as it's $50 or more, you'll automatically be entered. However, if you place a pre-order for any one of these Pit Vipers, right, even the combos, you will be getting 10 chances of winning. You'll be getting 10 entries into the $1,800 shopping spree giveaway going on Thursday. And then that also goes for any orders for a Lancer Tactical specific AEG. So as long as it's a Lancer Tactical AEG, you're automatically going to be getting the 10 entries into the shopping spree giveaway. So make sure you guys take advantage of this. Honestly, personally, I would highly, if you haven't already, I would highly take advantage of this one by placing an order for a ticket, right? Order your tickets right now for BBWars Operation Coastal Front. Again, this is the first event to come back to Cali in years, literally years. It's been a long fucking time since we've been able to host a BBWars event in Cali. And we want to keep doing it. We want to host BBWars as a regular thing in California. But we can only do that if we have your guys' support. So we're counting on you guys to go ahead and pick up your tickets, show up and show the sponsors and show the venue that, hey, this is a big event. We should do this on a regular basis. Because if they keep letting us do this on a regular basis, we can add more stuff to it. We can expand and make this a bigger thing, right? Which we want to do. We want to do for you guys. We want to give an event that the community has to look forward to, right? Another event that the community can all get together and have fun and enjoy. But the only way to go in and support that is to go ahead and pick up your tickets and show up to the actual event. So if you or any one of your friends want to try out, like say, like I like to call them a Milsim Light event, right? Because there is objectives and there is kind of a uniform requirement, but not that strict or not that like, you know, to the letter, by the T. I would highly recommend checking out this event. It's going to be an absolute blast. Myself, Cisco, Boaz, even David from Lancer Tactical, a lot of our regulars, a lot of our mods are going to be showing up, traveling and coming to this event, which I am so fucking looking forward to. I want to meet all the mods. I want to meet all the Mayo gang. So make sure you guys buy your tickets and show your support for this event because we want to give an event to the Airsoft community that is worth looking forward to. All right. So now let's go back to the chat, shall we? See, Gravin DD 15. Am I automatically entered? Yes, Gravin, you are automatically entered into the shopping spree, and that goes for any order. Any $20 plus order is automatically entered. But if it follows any one of these criteria right here, then yeah, you're going to be getting entered into it as well with that amount of chances. So if it's for today, for only the stream, from when it started at 7:30 to when it ends at 9:30, if it's $50 or more, you're getting 5 entries into shopping spree. The only time that doesn't apply is if you're buying a pre-order for a Terran Tactical Innovations Pit Viper. That you're going to be getting 10 entries into the shopping spree giveaway. Or if you're buying a Lancer Tactical AEG, you're getting 10 entries as well. But only that. But it's all automatic. You know, that's the thing about our giveaways is that they're completely free. You don't have to do anything else in order to be entered into them. And it's not a lottery either. It's not like you're not going to be getting the products you order. You are getting everything that you pay for. Whether it's BBs, green gas, or a whole airsoft gun. It's not a lottery because you are going to be getting all that. All the amazing products that you order. You're also just getting a free chance of winning $1,800. So, just saying. All right. Let's see if we have any more questions. Dark Tree, what's going on? Okay, guys. I want to give a special shout out to Dark Tree right now. Okay, so he's been coming in with questions regarding like this this build that he's doing right now, and I've been trying my best to get him helped out as best as we possibly can. And we do this we like to do this for every single one of our customers, right? Whether you're a mod or not, we like to go ahead and go the extra mile to help you guys out if we can, right? If there's ways that we can get you taken care of, make sure that your questions are answered, and that you're leaving with at the very least more information than you did coming into it. That's like my biggest thing, right? I want to help out everyone that I possibly can. Dark Tree, I guess I didn't do this because I wanted anything back. I helped him with the installation of a rail system, and we've done other stuff for him as well. Just because, again, we want to look out for you guys, right? But I guess he saw how much I was struggling to get this fucking rail system that he bought onto his R15. This was a challenge for me. I'm not going to, because here's the thing. I'm not a tech, right? I am not a tech. I'm pretty comfortable when it comes to troubleshooting guns and being able to go to sort of guess what the right diagnosis was for an issue that might be going on with an airsoft gun. And I'm pretty familiar with most of the internal parts, what they do and how they function. But when it comes to a lot of the installation, I don't claim to be like a great tech or anything, but I could see that he really wanted to get this rail on his R15, so I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. There's a will, I'm gonna get this rail to fit on there. It took me so long to get it on there, but eventually I did it, right? He starts asking me questions earlier today, and then he randomly asked me, by the way, how many people work at GI? And I was like, I don't remember, and I kind of gave him like a number and all that stuff. I didn't mean that many people were there today, just in general, how many people work for GI. And he's like, oh, okay, enjoy the lunch. And I was like, the fuck? Next thing you know, I'm having Justin come over to me. He's like, hey, did Dark Tree like send us something? Because there's a guy here with like a ton of chicken. He ordered us like a bunch of I was like, what was it, 10? Yeah, he ordered us like 10 meals, not just like sandwiches, meals from Chick-fil-A. He ordered us a bunch of Chick-fil-A. He got us all lunch. Like that was, You did not have to do that, Dark Tree. That was really fucking cool of you. You did not. No one has to do that for us, right? But this man decided to go ahead and buy everyone lunch. What a fucking baller! What a goddamn stud, dude. You did not have to do that with it, but I know you already did. So, and yes, I did eat it. I had 2 sandwiches because some of the people weren't there today, so I had 2 sandwiches. Thank you, man. That was really, really cool of you. You did not have to do that at all. That was really, really fucking sweet. I really appreciate that, man. But yes, shout out to that man. He will buy you Chick-fil-A because that is a way to a man's heart. Let's see here. Adjusted ball airsoft. What's going on, man? Okay, if my order got ordered Friday and I live in PA, I'm assuming that's Pennsylvania, about when should it arrive? Ooh. That I'm not 100% certain of when it comes to shipping. It depends on the shipping method that you selected. If it was like an expedited one, then the minute that it ships out, it should be within that a lot of time. So if it's like 3-day select, 3 business days. 2nd day air, you'll get it the next business day, right? It really depends on the shipping method you ordered. Now, if you just went with regular UPS ground, you are getting a tracking number, and you will be getting with obviously like live status updates with that order. Yeah, honestly, I'm not 100% certain. I would assume like maybe Friday. But again, that's not a guarantee from us. It really depends on what your shipping method was. All right, let's see here. And then also how busy UPS is too, because sometimes UPS I don't know. I feel like most of the time they're fairly accurate, but I feel like sometimes they actually arrive earlier. I don't know. Maybe that's just my personal experience. All right, let's see here. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Fishes, my friend made the mistake of buying a sniper rifle that isn't compatible with anything. No! I mean, here's the thing. If you buy a sniper rifle, it's still fun, right? No one is going to argue you that a sniper rifle is just a truly fun piece of airsoft kit, right? It's just fun. It's just really, really fun. It's really cool. But you are later on down the line, yeah, it is going to suck when he wants to start buying, whether it's additional magazines. I hope magazines are available for it, but if not, sucks, man. But especially when things start breaking down, just wearing down. Because again, like all machines, things are going to start wearing down over time. When it does, it's going to suck because he's not going to be able to find any parts for what he has currently. Again, being able to find something that has a good aftermarket support for your first airsoft gun, even if it's a first airsoft sniper rifle, that is almost essential, honestly, almost crucial. Because again, like at some point, we're all going to make mistakes, especially if it's our first time with a certain platform or with a certain gun or first time playing period. We're going to fuck up. We're all going to make mistakes because we don't know, right? It's like buying your first car. You're going to crash it at some point. It may not be that bad, but you're going to have something with it. You're going to end up going over a pothole and like causing a flat, or you're going to end up driving too long without oil, right? Because you didn't realize that like, oh, I need to do an oil change at this amount of hours. Like, we don't know. Like, a lot of people don't know. And it's totally okay. That is totally okay. If anything, you can tell your friend to go ahead and DM us with what gun he has. DM us, not here, because obviously there's not really too much that we can do here. DM us with what gun he has, and then we can see what we can do as far as like recommendations for different parts, maybe different magazines, see if we can find something that way. Maybe we carry the magazines that he needs. Or if he's looking for another platform or just a whole new gun entirely, tell him to hit us up. We can definitely go ahead and give him the recommendations for what we would suggest. Okay. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Shooting a lot of paint today. Trying to save myself with the live stream. Act right. Oh, dude, are you alright? Actually, a lot of paint today. Trying to distract myself with the live stream. I am sorry that you are suffering right now, man. If anything, maybe just take some medicine, go lie down or something. Do what you got to do, man. That sucks, dude. I'm sorry. Let's see. Cutter area. Everything moved. Why does it do that? Okay, hold up. Okay, trying to make sure, there we go. Hold on. No, that wasn't it. Damn it. It moved so fast. Okay, hold on. I'm almost there. I swear, guys. I swear. I do this all the time. Oh, where'd it go? No. I think I lost. I'm gonna find it, but I believe Cutter was recommending another option to go with if you're looking for sniper rifles. Would most likely be the Ares Amoeba Striker. That one's a good one, Cutter. That one's actually a good one. Infrequent Traveler, with the $5 donation, dude. Infrequent traveler, you do not have to go ahead and donate to that. You do not have to, guys. You do not have to do that at all. It's obviously very appreciated. But you do not have to do that. We're not doing this for money right now. I'm just trying to go ahead and help you guys out as much as I possibly can. But let's see. Hello, Isaiah. Long live the Empire. Does the Fur Friend CQB have a Dean's connector or Tamiya? As far as I can tell, it was wired to Tamiya. It was wired to Tamiya last I checked. I can definitely go ahead and double check. So if you want to, I would say do it now so that way you can get, your entries into the, you get the 5 entries into the shop. You get your 5 entries. But if anything, once you place the order, go ahead and you can also DM us too. You can DM me. You can DM any one of the other reps on Discord. You can also message us directly on Facebook and Instagram. And you can ask the question too, and we can double check for you. We can go ahead and double check, make sure that, okay, this has the right connectors. And if not, then we can also go ahead and rewire it for you as well. So, all right, let's make sure I'm not missing anything else. I'm going to have to scroll up a little bit. Okay, there we go. Our American Studio is super easy to upgrade. I am soon building one for myself. Yeah, Cutter, I look forward to seeing that build. I know you do a good job with those builds. But yes, the Ares Amoeba Strikers are pretty dang cool. I do like those as well. Making sure. I'm gonna try. Let's see. Make sure I'm not missing any more questions. Again, guys, if you have any questions, make sure to put a Q. I'm going down the list as fast as I can. Okay, but I am also a bias as I play in the cold Norway, so GV is most of the year useless. So AG, sidearm, or CO2 is the way to go here. Honestly, I can kind of see that. Yeah, gas blowback stuff, it can be temperamental in very cold environments. So I would say that CO2 at that point, yeah, it's definitely the way to go. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of AEPs, but CO2 definitely. I like CO2. I have a big respect for CO2 stuff. Let's see, I'm gonna go right here. Okay, so yeah, I actually own 2 CO2 pistols. I actually both rock an Elite Force 1911, and I also have the Elite Force M9 CO2 as well. I love both those pistols. Yeah, they may not be the most upgradable, but at the end of the day, they get the job done. They do exactly what they have to do, and they're tough as shit, man. They are fucking tough as nails. Like, as long as you just clean them every so often, man, they're gonna last fucking forever. And they sell replacement part kits, so if you break any of the internals, you can always find the replacement part. Yeah, you might have to buy the kit for it, but even then, it's like, it's there, And they've been around for such a long time. Okay, is it possible to order the matching bronze mag for the Sand Viper by itself? So as of right now, there's no bronze magazine for it yet, and or even a base plate. We have been getting a lot of requests for base plates, the specific TTI base plates. So we're letting Jag know. We're gonna let Jag know, like, hey, maybe there's something you might want to look into. We will see if we can go ahead and get the magazines for it. Because, yes, I have been getting a lot of questions for it. Some people have, even the bronze one, too. Yeah, we've been getting, Andy, we've been getting a lot of questions to see if we can, release the bronze mag or the bronze base plate individually. And I want to see those. I want to see those selling individually. So I'm going to make sure that we communicate this to Jag and see if we can try to get more, or see if we can get them sold individually. Because that would be really freaking cool if we can sell the mag plates by themselves. Yeah, I live in a cold place. That might be good to have. Yeah. If it's cold, honestly, personally, I would suggest going with a CO2 one. Sometimes that's usually what does it. Because I've taken my CO2 pistols out to Milsim events when it was fucking freezing cold. It was what was it, 30 degrees? Fucking freezing, man. And the CO2 stuff held up real well. I'm just saying, the CO2 stuff was really, really good. Golden Eagle. Okay, does this outer barrel will fit on TTI Combat Master? Golden Eagle, fluted outer barrel for 5.1s. I haven't had any experiences yet. I know which ones you're talking about, the fluted barrels from Golden Eagle. I haven't had too much experience with them, so I need to go and take a look. But for just the standard, just the base Combat Master, I assume it should work, though I am already kind of partial to the outer barrel that the Combat Master already has out of the box. I feel like it looks good with that as is. It doesn't really need to be changed out. But as far as I can tell, yeah, it should be compatible. Imperial bump. Yep. Boom. Empire, man. We're going to curb stomp those damn rebels. Let's see here. 5.1 too short. sure. Is Brewer here? No, Brewer is not here as far as I can tell. I haven't seen him as of yet. Pusoff, the Empire was overconfident. That led to their downfall. I mean, when you have Darth fucking Cisco on your team, you'd feel a little confident too. Just to make sure. Cutter, if I win the $1,800 on Thursday, I am flying out there to shop with it and meet everyone. Dude, honestly, the day that you can come out to like hang out with all of us, that'd be freaking cool, man. Honestly, even at that point, like even after work, like if you told us like, hey, you want to go out and like let's all go out to grab a bite to eat or something, or grab a drink or something, absolutely, dude. I'm totally down for that. I would just love a day, right, where we can get all the mods and everyone that wants to participate come out and like just hang out, like just I would even be okay, like obviously I'd have to plan it out first before. I would even be okay with like inviting some of y'all like honestly into like my own house and like just having it like ordering a pizza and just hanging out there. Honestly, I totally would. Please don't spam. Yes, guys, if you can, please try to avoid spamming anything. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Busy month. Okay, characteristic. What are your thoughts on the Chris Vector? So it depends on which Chris Vector we're talking about, right? There's the OG one, right? The OG KWA gas by Chris Vector. That thing was a fucking legend, man. That thing is fucking cool. Expensive as fuck nowadays if you can even find one, right? Like aftermarket, you have to go aftermarket for those because those aren't even freaking, you can't even find those anymore. But they are really, really cool, right? They are a discontinued gun, but they have a lot of history behind it. Very cool. Now the current ones, if you're talking about the Crytek ones, they look great. I will say that. They look absolutely gorgeous. They're a good replica. But as far as internal performance, you are a bit limited. Now, obviously, using an 11.1 is going to help with the issue, but it's just not going to have the same performance level as, say, like just honestly your standard, like, I'm going to go ahead and say it. Even like a standard Gen 2 would probably kick the Chris Vector's ass, honestly, in terms of performance. I mean, it does. Like, it just, at the end of the day, it objectively does. The Chris Vector definitely looks cool as fuck, right? It's a cool-ass looking gun, but if you're talking about performance, it kind of falls short a little bit, in my opinion. The range and accuracy is okay, but that's pretty much about it. And the rate of fire is just kind of meh, right? It feels like you're not really getting a whole lot. You are essentially paying for a replica, and that's about it. Right, and that's fine. If that makes sense to you guys, if that is worth it for you, then by all means, I would say go for it. However, if you were looking for a Chris Vector or something that looked like a Chris Vector, I would honestly say just go with, let's see here. Just go with the Iris. Seriously, like this is what a Chris Vector should be, if that makes any sense. For Airsoft, I feel like this is a good compromise between just a regular AR platform and a Vector, right? Obviously using that TK style like magwell. I love how it goes attached to the pistol grip here. PDW stock actually offers a decent amount of space here. The original lineup from KWA was meant to be not just a little bit more affordable than like, all the Ronin series being like $300, $400, but these perform solid right out of the box. You don't have to do anything with these. And even though they don't have a MOSFET, they do have switch life extenders, which is their, going to be their answer to like the MOSFET. And you know what? It works great. A lot of their stuff uses switch life extenders for years, and they hold up very, very well, even with an 11.1 LiPo. The rate of fire is actually pretty decent on these things. And for $250, and you get the VPS system, the variable FPS system, where you can adjust it literally just with the Allen key. They give you this special tool. Turn it one way, it lowers the FPS. Turn it another way, it increases the FPS. That's badass, man. That's really cost efficient. And at $250 too, and it's version 2. And it's a standard version 2 gearbox. So you can throw more upgrades into it if you wanted to. Aftermarket MOSFET, new gear set, new motor, the works. You can do that all with this guy. Highly, highly worth it. All right, let's see here. Sigma's well, hello. Wasn't expecting such a. God damn it, Brandon. God damn it, Sigma. Why are you trying to rizz me up on stream, man? You're gonna make me blush. Eden, isn't it a nightmare to work on? Yeah, it's not like that. It's okay. It's annoying to work on. From every tech that I've spoken to, it is a bit annoying to work on. It's not the worst thing in the world. Like, for sure, it's definitely not. There are way more annoying platforms to have to tech on, but it is still a bit annoying. Okay, here's a good one. Logan Pershing asks, I have a Jag Arms Reaper scattergun. I like your taste, man. I have the Reaper. I like the Reaper as well. And I was thinking of HPAing. Do you recommend it, or should I leave it as is? Honestly, when it comes to whether I should HPA a gun or not, that's really going to be up to the user. Personally, again, I don't run HPA. I feel like it's pretty expensive for what you're getting, and for me, it kind of takes away a little bit of that immersive factor with Airsoft. Because again, I want to be able to go out and just grab something and pick it up and not have to worry about, oh, I have to worry about a line, I got to worry about a tank and refilling with air. For me, that's just not my style, right? But again, if you like that, then by all means, go for it. Personally, I wouldn't with the way I play, because I do move around a lot. I do transition from left to right a lot. And I've tried it with HPA guns and anything that had a line, and I would get tangled. I'd get stuck on shit all the time, right? Like, and because I do a lot of milsim events, I don't want to have to worry about like running out of air in the middle of a freaking fight, right? If I'm getting into an intense firefight, I'm already worrying about like the batteries, right? I want to just make sure that the battery and ammo, and that's it. That's all I got to worry about. But even then, I would just carry multiple batteries on me, fully charge all my batteries before I go. And then just have the magazines with me, like make sure I have a full load, right? And that's it. But now I got to worry about air too, and depending on the gun, it can disperse air a little bit quicker than some other. I just don't want to worry about it. But if you want to do that, by all means, HPA guns are cool, man. I have nothing against HPA guns themselves. So if you want to do that for a scatter gun, by all means, go for it. I do think for a shotgun, though, it does take away a lot of its mobility. I'll say that. Cutter, I won't work on that. That's how you know it's annoying when a tech is just straight up like, nah, I ain't doing it. Are there better, cheaper SMGs? Honestly, if you're looking for like something that's really high quality, in my honest opinion, the best high quality like PDW SMG style like that you can get right now for the price probably would be if you're on a budget, is the KWA Iris. That is probably going to be one of my favorite ones. Well, pretty much any of the original. If you type in, let's see, KWA original, which by the way, guys, you order any one of these guns right here, because they're definitely over $20, you're going to be getting 5 entries in the shopping spree giveaway. Just saying, make sure you're going to place your orders. You only got like about an hour left of the stream to go ahead and take advantage of the 5 entries thing. So just saying. So you can pick up any one of these combos, right? Like these are all really, really good, especially for the money, right? Pick up any one of these. The only one that's going to be a little bit more is going to be the Scarlet 47. That one is going to be $260. I'm assuming just the extra material needed for that thick ass magazine. And of course, obviously the Eve 9, which is a little bit longer, and the E4, which if you're looking for something that's still that's pretty convenient, you can also go for this one, this little PDW. Very, very cool. Again, same gearbox, same everything. All the cool features of the Iris that I mentioned are going to be here as well. Obviously, this one's going to be more of a traditional AR profile type thing. But yeah, this is another one too that you can go ahead and get, $260. That is a hell of a price, honestly, for what it is that you're getting. If we're talking about performance and bang for your buck, that is probably the best bet. If you have a little bit more money, then you can go with moving this out of the way. You can get this guy. Let's see. You can get the R15, the SBR versions. These are very, very short barreled, but these are really freaking cool. And for like $315, again, full metal construction, and this is got a beautiful finish all over it, right? This thing just oozes quality. This is going to have the built-in sort of like angled grip onto the rail system. It does have the M-lock rails on the, the 3 and the 9 o'clock, if I'm not mistaken, 3 and 9. Am I getting that right? I feel like I'm getting that right. Delta stock on here, very easy to access the battery compartment, though it is limited to just the buffer tube, but it's not impossible. It's very easy to deal with. M4 mag compatibility is pretty much across the board, so you can pretty much use anything in this. Version 2 gearbox, but it already comes included with a Nebula MOSFET, so you can get programmable burst fire modes in addition to a binary trigger. So pull the trigger once, it shoots. Let go again, shoots again. Freaking badass. For $315, absolutely freaking worth it. And again, you order one of those, you get 5 entries into the shopping spree giveaway. So just saying, place your orders. All right. Let's see here, make sure I'm not missing anything. Discord. VFC Avalon. Okay, VFC. Okay, this is a good one. Cream cheese. Hale, can you give me thoughts on the VFC Avalon Mark 18 Mod 1? Not bad. I like VFC quality. Their stuff is, in my honest opinion, if you're looking for like Well, here's the thing. Now, like, a lot of companies have come out, like Zion, and they're offering more for the money. I definitely think that the Mark 18 from VFC, or pretty much any of the Avalon series, are dope. I definitely would prefer them personally over owning a Crytek. I feel like there's just a lot more higher quality put into it comparatively. But if I'm going for like something that just, again, looks and performs great and offers more, I'm gonna go with all other brands as well. I'm gonna go with something else. Honestly, if you're looking for like a Mark 18, like a Mod 1, I'm just saying there is another option that you might want to look into. Let's see here. Let's go. I'm just saying, you know, if I was a kid, right? If I'm getting into airsoft and I get into the whole Milsim scene, and there was a gun that I wanted to get, it would have been this one. It's the Gen 2 LT31 Raider. This is a Mark 18 Mod 1, and you cannot tell me otherwise. That is exactly what this thing is. I mean, look at this. Look at that, right? It already comes included with the correct rail, right? I grew up in a time where that didn't exist, right? I had a CM18 that kind of looked like this, but it wasn't correct. It wasn't metal. It just wasn't the right rail that I needed. So I had to spend an additional $100. What did I spend? I spent like $130 extra for that rail system. And the fact that this gun already comes included with it, and it's only $209, y'all have it really lucky. Y'all have it real good, man. I had to search for mine too, because the bronze rail that this color was always sold out. Always sold out, because everyone wanted this rail system, right? Everyone wanted the Daniel Defense Matt Bull Mark 18 Mod 1 rail. Everyone wanted that rail. And it was always sold out because everyone kept buying it. And people would buy like multiples at a time. And I just want to buy the one. And I don't have that much money. Right? So it was always going. And I eventually got one. But, you know, I spent so much money on it. And again, if that's how you're doing your builds, by all means, that's, you know, it's traditionally how you do it. But the fact that this already comes included with it, the correct rail that you need, correct profile, it already comes included with, again, 603 Type 4 inner barrel, rotary cell hop chamber. It's a true quick change spring system. No having to take the gearbox out of the body. It's you literally just remove the buffer tube. Remove the buffer tube, long Allen key or screwdriver, depending on what you got, to go ahead and remove the spring guide, swap out spring, repeat the process. You're done. Like, yeah, absolutely, fucking goated. If I was getting into airsoft now, 100, and I had the knowledge that I do, I would 100% get this gun in a heartbeat. All right, let's see here. I'm making sure I'm not missing anything. Eden, I really need to learn how to English. Dude, it's okay, man. Okay, let me just make sure we're not missing anything. All right, so before I go on, I'm going to go ahead and move on to make sure that we go ahead and remind ourselves of the promos we have going on right now. Again, so guys, any Lance Tactical, again, if you want to go ahead and pick up a Mark 18 Mod 1 for a banging deal, this is going to be the one that I recommend. Any Lance Tactical AEG that orders placed for one, 10 entries, automatically put into the $1,800 shopping spree giveaway going on Thursday. That's all you got to do. Place any order for a Lance Tactical AEG. It can be for a 240. It can be for an M4. It can be for an AK. As long as it is OEM'd and made by Lance Tactical and marked Lance Tactical AEG, you will be getting your entries into the shopping spree giveaway. 10 of them specifically. But if you want to go ahead and get this super nice Pit Viper pre-order one, the first wave went, guys. The first wave was like that. Make sure to go and take advantage of that. If you don't, these are going to be gone for a while. And it's going to be some time before we get them back. Have it right here in my hands. You guys want to take a look at that? That is absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous. I'll go ahead and show it right here. 1 second. Gorgeous. Right? Absolutely love that. Look at that. Oh, so nice. So nice. So snappy, too. Absolute, like, freaking goated, man. I love this thing. Definitely want to go in and pick this guy up. They went so fast. And they're going to continue moving because we already have people placing their pre-orders for this thing. So make sure to go and place your pre-orders for it. But if you place your pre-orders right now, you'll be getting 10 chances at winning the $1,800 shopping spree giveaway as well going on Thursday. Again, that's going to be Cisco's stream that he's going to be hosting this Thursday starting at 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So everyone on the East Coast, I wanted to do more West Coast bait, but I get it. You guys want to be part of it, and we want to make sure that you guys are participating as well. So we put it that early. So make sure you show up. Because again, just because you have an order placed into the shopping spree giveaway, you still have to actually watch it in order to claim the prize if your name is called. That's one of the things that I feel like a lot of people seem to still to this day, as long as we've been doing this, we'll forget. You still have to be watching the live stream in order to claim the prize. If you're not there, you're not going to be able to provide the information that we require in the live chat. You won't be able to provide it, and the prize is going to end up stacking. That's why it ends up stacking now. That's why we're at $1,800. It started, all the shopping spree giveaways right now, they're starting at $600. But they keep stacking, so yeah, now we're at $1,800. So make sure that you guys take advantage of it. Otherwise, it's going to stack again. What are we going to be looking at? What is that? $2,400? $2,400? It's a lot of money. It's definitely a lot of money. So make sure you guys take advantage while you can. Homie G, how do you add someone without typing out the name on iPhone? No idea. Warzone? What is going on, man? Dude, it has been a hot minute. Have you joined my stream before, my solo stream, the no-fly list? I don't think you have, man. Dude, it has been a hot minute. I've seen you, like, pop up every once in a while on Discord. Dude, it's good to see you again, man. If you didn't know, again, we got these promos going on. I'm just saying, just come on, I want to take advantage, or maybe pick up a gift card. You know, just something. But, dude, it's good to see you, man. If you have any questions, again, guys, if you have any questions, make sure to put a Q in front of your question. I will try my best to go ahead and get to it. Otherwise, it most likely will get lost in the chat. Head pain is keeping me awake, so I'm here hanging with the Mayo gang. Cutter, if you have to absolutely go, man, because you're in too much pain, by all means do it, bro. I do not want to cause you more physical pain. KSU Moon, blue jeans, join Rebels, and go full PMC. Yeah, that's actually, honestly, if you guys just want like a basic or just a basic Rebel kit, just do full like PMC. PMC, regular, wear regular civilian clothes, and then just sort of like a tan plate carrier right on top or chest rig, and you're done. You are pretty much done, right? You can keep it as minimal as you'd like, and you are solid. You are set. And that kind of goes in theme for the Rebellion. Remember, in Star Wars, the Rebellion was always an accumulation of like, okay, maybe some local. They never had a standing uniform necessarily. At least not until later on in the war. Most of the time, like if you watch shows like Andor, or if you watch Rebels, or even now if you're seeing a little bit of like Bad Batch, right? Or even if you've seen like Rogue One, you'll see that there's no real like major standing uniform. Some of the pilots do for sure have like the orange jumpsuit, right? But other than that, and like maybe the like the consulate ships having like their regular security guards, that was pretty much about it. Like it wasn't until like Return of the Jedi where we started seeing a little bit more of like, okay, here's kind of like a uniform that you get, right? It was always meant to be just like civilians in civilian clothing, right? It was always just meant to be just an accumulation of whatever it is that they had on hand, even down to the weapons too, right? Yeah, they were able to source their own weapons, but a lot of times, a lot of units weren't so lucky to be able to have their own like standard issue like rifles. A lot of times they were just using whatever they picked up. If it was Imperial surplus, they would do that, or Clone Wars surplus stuff, right? Look at the Y-Wings, right? The Y-Wings that they used in the Rebellion were literally the same ones used during the Clone Wars. Well, at least a lot of them were. A lot of them were used during the Clone Wars, right? They just had to field strip all their armor to take off to be a little bit lighter and to be a little bit easier to maintain and access all the small little compartments and all those small little areas for mechanics to easily get into and just fix quickly, as opposed to having to remove all this ornate armor and then put it back on. Like it was just an accumulation of whatever it is that they had, right? Very, very surplus. But that goes in theme. All right, let's see here. Answer that one already. Cutter Airsoft will be going as Cad Bane. Will be bounty hunting. You are all targets to me for a price. Absolutely. Dude, I love Cad Bane. Cad Bane was a fucking badass, man. I love seeing him in Clone Wars. Honestly, seeing him in Book of Boba Fett, oh, like, I'm not even joking. Jazz, my girlfriend and I, we were sitting on the couch, right? And we were watching that episode, right, where Cobb Vanth is just watching, says goodbye to the Mandalorian, takes off, and then he sees in the distance, like, who's that walking? And I just see, who the fuck is this guy, right? And then he gets closer, and I see the hat. And I'm like, oh my god, there's no fucking way. I was not expecting Cad Bane to show up in Book of Boba Fett. And when he showed up and he started speaking, right, he's like, you should be careful where you're sticking your nose. And I was like, oh, no, he's fucked. He's boned, bro. Oh, dude, honestly, I want to see a good Cad Bane impression. That'd be fucking sick. All right, let's see here. Yeah, Kansas like last 3 weeks, one entry, first timers, all were not on the stream. Yeah, that's true. There was again, like it always happens. There's always going to be periods of time where it's just going to be first time shoppers that end up getting called. Like literally, just placed a $20 order. That's literally all they placed, and it was for like a gift card or maybe like some. We've had winners win off of like just a bag of BBs, right? A bag of BBs, maybe a can of green gas, just something to get to that $20 mark, and they won. They literally won. Even in December, when Cisco and I used to do the live streams together, for like almost an entire month straight, it was just first time shopper, and it was literally just for like the smallest things ever, right? Sometimes it was a gun purchase, sometimes they bought their first gun, but a lot of times it was just like regular resupply, right? Or they just wanted to pick up like a gift card or something, and they won. They literally won, but they just weren't there during the live stream in order to claim the prize. So you guys have to make sure that you guys are actually watching the streams in order to, one, stay up to date with everything that's going on, take advantage of any promos that might be going on, like these that I have going on right here, right? And you want to make sure that we take advantage of every single opportunity that we can. That is literally Brewer's motto, right? For the Brewer, the winner of the biggest prize pot we've ever had, $4,150. He was taking advantage of every single promo that we had going on. Whether it was for like double entries for this gun, get 10 entries for this gun, orders placed in this time will get this many entries. Everything that he could take advantage, he took advantage of, right? Everything. And this man had the patience. But you know what? His patience eventually won. His patience paid off because he was able to go out and make away with like exactly $4,100. I have to remember the number. $4,150. Still, to this day, the biggest prize pot we have ever given out. And you guys absolutely can be the next winner. I don't want to hear this, oh, no, I can't win. Oh, if I don't place multiple orders, there's no chance of me winning. No, all right? Like, anyone can win. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So make sure you place your orders while you can. Okay, so any word on restock of TTI Jag Standard Magazine? We are still working on that last I checked. Let me go ahead and double check, make sure that we didn't get them in. Jag Arms Magazine. Yeah, because that was insane. They all like sold instantly. Yeah, we haven't received any ETA as of yet for the magazines, the standard mags. When we do, when they become available, you bet we will be going in and posting them on social media as well. Everyone on Discord, Instagram, Facebook's going to know that we got these magazines back. These mags were freaking hot. These mags work really, really well. These are probably some of my favorite magazines that you can get. Even if you don't run the TTIs or any one of the TTI pistols, these are still really, really good magazines. All right. Make sure we're not missing anything. But yes, KLC Moon, as soon as we find out, trust me, you guys are going to know. We will let everyone know. But as of right now, no ETA. I'm done typing for the day. Autocorrect headshots me every sentence, the Lone Racer. Dude, that's good. Autocorrect headshots me. Dude, I feel that. Sometimes you're just so tired, especially after work. You're just typing away, and it's like, what the fuck did I say? And it's literally, you get the little red underline to let you know that you misspelled everything. And it's like the whole sentence is underlined. It's like, what the fuck did I try to type? Someone's going to get a stroke trying to read some of the shit that I type out. All right, let's see here. What do you recommend a pistol for? Okay, Airsoft Reaper. This is actually a good question. Would you recommend a pistol for new players? It really depends. Regularly, no. Normally, I do not. Normally, I say stick with a AEG rifle. It's going to be a lot easier to maintain, a lot more forgiving. Apologies. And if you're sticking with like a standard AR, M4, or M16, there's going to be a lot more options as far as external and internal customization, right? There just is, and it's a lot easier to do, I personally feel like. However, if you were playing at an indoor arena mainly, right, you're pretty much never going to be going to an outdoor field. You're mainly going to be sticking to indoors, and you really want to get into the speed QB scene, right? You really want to get into the competitive scene. Then I would say, maybe stick with a high kappa, right? Maybe I would specifically a high kappa, a TM spec or style high kappa. Otherwise, typically I would say start with an M4 AEG, M16 AEG, just because again, it's just a lot easier, right? A lot of players, again, you got to think back to a time when we were all new, right? We were all first starting out. The last thing we were thinking about was going to be maintenance and cleaning. That's not a sexy idea, right? We don't want to think about cleaning guns. We want to just play with them. You just want to go out and play, and that's how a lot of younger kids and even older players are guilty of this. I was guilty of this, right? How old was I? I was 14 when I started playing Airsoft, right? I was 14 years old, and cleaning was like the last thing on my mind. I was solely focused on, I just want to go out and play. All right, before we go, I want to go ahead and give some shout-outs, actually. Looks like to Derek Spears, Carl, Austin, Mason, Francis, Carlos again, and Ephraim. Y'all just got all your 5 entries into the Shopping Spree giveaway going on Thursday. Thank you guys for placing your orders. You guys have the best odds of actually winning. And Stitch as well, haven't forgotten you. All of you guys are going to be getting your entries into the Shopping Spree giveaway, the 5 chances of winning. Again, make sure you take advantage while you can. Oh, it looks like we got another one. George as well. George, I want to go and thank you as well, man, for going and placing your order through Airsoft GI. We really, really appreciate it. Placing your orders is the best, most direct way of supporting the channel, Cisco, and even myself. So much appreciated, guys. Again, take advantage while you can, because, again, we only have, looks like about 40 minutes left of the shopping, we only have 40 minutes left of the No Flight List live stream going on right now. So make sure you take advantage and place your orders right now to get the 5 entries into the Shopping Spree giveaway, just with a $50 order. It can literally be for BB's Green Gas. If you want to buy gift cards, you can absolutely do that. Just make sure that you place your orders before the deadline of 9:30. That is going to be when the stream ends. When it hits 9:30, that's it. That promo is donezo. But we still have going on right now also any pre-orders for the TTI Bit Viper. Coughed up a hairball. I don't know what the fuck that was. Any pre-orders for the Terran Tactical Innovations Pit Viper will be getting you 10 entries into the $1,800 Shopping Spree giveaway, which you do not want to miss out. Cutter looks like he got himself those 5 entries as well. Cutter, didn't want to forget you either. Thank you, Matt. Much appreciated. Make sure you take advantage of this going on right now, guys. Again, 10 entries, 10 chances of winning. 10 entries into the $1,800 shopping spree. You could win $1,800 just by placing one pre-order for one of these guys. And you're also going to be getting, again, an amazing pistol. These things perform fucking great. These are fucking sweet, dude. And then, of course, also, if you want to go out and pick up, just, if maybe this is your first gun, or you just want to go out and pick up an extra gun, any Lancer Tactical AEG, even something like the 240 Bravo, right? You pick up one of those, and you will be getting 10 entries also into the $1,800 shopping spree giveaway. So take advantage while you can. There is not a whole lot of time left. So do what you guys can to go ahead and get as many entries as you can into the giveaway. Right now, my girlfriend came home, so my dog's really excited right now, if you can hear her in the background. Also, BBWars Operation Coastal Front. Tickets are still available right now, guys. We have tickets available for both the Rebels and the Imperial faction, both going for $50 each. Cutter again with the 5 entries. Thank you, my dog. Thank you. Again, make sure to go and take advantage of this promo we have going on right now with the $50 orders placed getting 5 entries, because you will be getting 5 entries with every purchase of a Coastal Front ticket. And again, if you're in the Texas area, you can also go ahead and pick up tickets for, let's see here, BBWars. Operation Backbreaker. Again, Coastal Front, that is for California. Makes sense. Coastal, right, Cali. And then Backbreaker, that is going to be for Texas. So if you're in the Texas area and you want to go and pick up your ticket now, tickets are available as well. Tickets are going to be $35. Make sure to go and pick those up. But because it's only $35, you're not going to be getting the 5 entries. You're only going to be getting the 1 entry because it just meets the $20 minimum requirement. So you will be getting the entries into it. But again, go ahead and pick this, maybe say this, and maybe some BBs, right? Like a bag of BBs or a can of green gas, right? And as long as, again, the subtotal is equal to $50 or more, you'll be getting those 5 chances of winning. So make sure you take advantage. But again, I want to go ahead and push the Cali operation because, again, I want more BB Wars in Cali. I want more Airsoft GI hosted events in California. And this is the best way to go ahead and let us know that, hey, you guys want that too. So make sure that you spread the word and get people to buy their tickets now while they still can. Especially because, again, we want to give back to the community. We want to give back to the community and give you guys chances of winning the shopping spree giveaway. Win $1,800 that you can spend on anything at Airsoft GI. So make sure you take advantage while you can, because again, only about 37 minutes? Yeah, 37 minutes left. Warzone Workshop mid caps unless you're in LMG. Even as an LMG player, dude, I will still run mid caps just because, again, I don't want to have to worry about winding if I can. Sometimes just putting a mid cap magazine in my 249 is kind of nice because then I just shoot until I run out, right? Okay, let's see here. Any more questions? Anything interesting that you know is coming soon? Off the top of my head, I can't think of anything right now. I'm sure if one does, I will definitely go ahead and like say it. But I'm kind of struggling right now. It's been a long day at work, so I'm a little tired. But if I do think of anything that's probably coming right now, I mean pre-orders right now again. Pit Viper right now. I want this thing to come back, but again, that has already technically speaking been released. MGC4 Mark II. That's honestly going to be the thing that I'm looking forward to the most right now. See, because that hasn't released yet. MGC4 MK2. Yeah, the MGC4 Mark IIs. Specifically, I want the black and bronze one. I mean, I would be happy with a black, just solid black one, but a black and bronze one, honestly, that's what I'm looking forward to. This looks good, too. This actually looks genuinely good. But that's probably the one that I'm looking forward to the most right now. Because, again, it's a piece of Airsoft history, right? Let's see, make sure I'm not missing anything. Stoner. Warzone just picked up an Aries Stoner 96 Modern. Nice. It is a strange gun, but it is cool. I vibes with it. Joe Schlee, I ordered the 20th anniversary mystery box. Thank you, man. Thank you, Joe. What are my odds of getting that minigun? Honestly, like, it's anyone's game at this point, right? Like, the boxes are completely random. That's what I'll say. The boxes are 100% completely random. So if you end up winning it, man, that'd be freaking sick. But honestly, no matter what you end up getting, with those mystery boxes, the 20th anniversary ones, that prizes was absolutely insane. For just $189.99, and you could have, like, picked up, like, again, you very well could have won the Mini Vulcan, right? Or any, like, an R15. It was always going to be a guaranteed dub, no matter what it was that you ended up picking, whatever you ended up getting. It was always going to be more than what you actually paid for. So yeah, that was always going to be. I love our mystery boxes. I genuinely think we have the best. I know we have the best mystery boxes because we don't give fucking hand sanitizer and goddamn PPE. Again, if you actually do want to try your hand at a mystery box, probably the best one going on right now is going to be the premium Bigger Wins YouTube Unboxing mystery box. This box is sick. We get a lot of requests for this one to come back. Every time it sells out or every time we run out, we're always asked, like, hey, when's the next one going to come out? Right? We get it. These are very, very popular, and for good reason. $289.99, which, yes, is a little bit more on the pricier side compared to, like, the anniversary box we did, but you're going to be getting an automatic, like, higher retail value than what you pay for. It's like, yeah, we even say it right here, guaranteed $310 retail value. So it's already going to win. You're already winning, right? You're already getting more than what you actually paid for, right? You get automatic free shipping, right? So you're not going to have to worry about... Now, obviously, if you're trying to pay for expedited shipping, yes, that one you're going to have to pay for. There's no way around that. But if you're just doing regular ground shipping, hey, man, it's completely free, right? So all you're paying is just that base price, right? That's all you're paying. And we also grant requests as well. So if you wanted a very specific type of gun, or maybe even a loadout, right? If you wanted to, instead of guns, you wanted to win gear, you put that in the comment section of the order itself, and we will grant your wish sometimes. Like Cisco and I try, because I will on occasion try to build them. We will try our best to make sure that everyone's wish is granted, with obviously within limitations, within reason, of course. We try our best to go ahead and grant everyone's wish. If you say, like, we're a beginner player, right? And you only had like $300 and you wanted to go out and get everything, but you didn't know what to get, you could literally put down, like, buy this box, say, I am a beginner player, I'm not too sure what I should be getting, can you hook me up with everything that I need? We will hook you up with everything that you need to get into Airsoft and have the best experience possible. Also, I want to go ahead and give a shout out to Banger and Jonathan. They are going to be getting their 5 entries in the shopping spree giveaway. Guys, they're taking advantage of it. Any $50 order place, and you'll automatically get entered with 5 entries into the shopping spree giveaway. That's 5 chances of winning $1,800. So make sure that you guys take advantage while you can. It's only like, what, 32 more minutes? 32 more minutes of the stream, and that's it. It's over. Yeah, so I would highly recommend picking one of these guys up. And again, because it's over $20, you're getting the 5 entries in the shopping spree giveaway. But only if you place your order before 9:30, and that's it. Place your order before 9:30, and you're getting the 5 chances. Otherwise, you're only getting the 1. Sorry, man. That is what it is. All right, let's see here. Andy Harris. No, I believe I answered this question earlier, but no, it is not possible to order the bronze mag by itself. Not yet anyway. Again, we are trying to communicate with Jag to let them know that we do want to start releasing the base plates individually. When they become available, you bet your ass we are going to be spreading that on social media like crazy, because everyone's going to want to pick some up, and I totally get it. We are pushing for that. Airsoft Reaper, yeah, he answering his question. Cutter's saying that depends on your game play style and also minimum engagement distance on the field you are in. Sometimes that's true. Yeah, sometimes like if you have a sidearm that because a lot of them do shoot under 350 FPS, like Game Pod for example, if you have a gun that shoots less, your minimum engagement distance is a lot less. Or sometimes there's no minimum engagement distance. Depends on the field and the gun that you're running. But again, really case by case type thing. Typically, I only recommend you using a pistol as a primary if you're only going to be playing indoors. If you're playing outdoors, you typically do want a rifle. Again, if you want to be that guy that rocks the pistol only and just, got a speedy boy all across the map just to get close to someone to get a kill, by all means, go for it. It's definitely a challenge, but I believe in you. You can do it. You can do anything you set your mind to. But you are going to be at a disadvantage compared to other players. Just saying. Oh, here's a good one. Will asks, what do you prefer, the AR-9 platform or regular M4 platform, and why? Examples: Lion Arms PW9 Mod 1 versus R15. Okay. I think if it's on an AR platform, I actually prefer going with a regular M4 magazine. If it's on that specific platform, stylistically, I think that it makes more sense in my head, right? Like if I see like a regular AR receiver or M4 receiver, I want there to be just a regular like 5.56 style magazine, right? Regular Stanag mag there. It doesn't have to be like a Stanag mag, but you got what I'm saying. Like just a regular 5.56 magazine. Ooh, excuse me. But the PW9s do look cool, right? Like here, PW9. The 9mm like style like ARs, they're cool, man. Like I got no qualms with them. I think they're freaking badass. But for me, I think stylistically, I just prefer the look. Maybe it's because I'm more of just a freaking Milsim junkie more than anything, right at the end of the day. So I'm going to want guns that look a little bit more like something you would find in those areas. You could definitely bring this out as as an insurgent, or if you're a militia, right? As a private citizen, you can definitely bring something like this to a Milsim game, and it would totally be all right. But because I normally go as like NATO, right? Or sometimes I'll go as like Rust 4 militia. I'm usually rocking either like an AK of some variant, an LMG of some kind, or just an M4, right? Sometimes I'll run something special like, I don't know, maybe like an SR25 or like a Scar H, right? My personal Scar H that I have. So this isn't personally technically my style. I would normally go with the R15. That it's also a little bit more convenient too, considering like, okay, if you run out of like ammo on the field, you could just more than likely the guy next to you is gonna be running the same style magazines as you are. You just say, hey, you got a regular AEG M4 mag? He's got you. He'll be able to hook you up with another magazine, just borrow it real quick, just lay down with some fire, and then give it back when you're done. It's pretty easy logistically. It makes it a lot easier for the entire team if you guys are all just kind of running the same general magazines. With these are a little harder. That and pouches for these. You do have to change them out for like pistol pouches, and sometimes they can be a little tight. It really just depends, but personally I think I would go with the regular 5.56 style magazines on an AR. Again, if it's anything else, I'm actually okay with running like the pistol style mags, and I like even the PW9 I think is cool, but I think just stylistically I like more of the regular magazines. Okay, let's see here. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Daniel Anderson, this is actually a really good question. What is a good starting platform for a DMR build? I'm glad you asked that question because SR25. Okay. SR-25. Waiting 1 second for this to load. Okay, there we go. Okay. So the best starting platform that I can honestly recommend right now, and I'm so glad these came through, the Golden Eagle SR25Ks. These things are standard version 2, right? You can find a bunch of parts for these guys and upgrade the shit out of these, right? They come in a couple different versions if you wanted the crane stock or if you wanted the classic like full stock on there. They come in 2 colors, black or this sort of like nice dark earth peanut butter color. I'm digging this one personally. I think this one and the black one with the full stock is probably my favorite one. But these are solid platforms that you can use to get into the DMR build. They're already solid guns as is out of the box. You don't really need to do anything to them in order for them to be just, a good skirmish gun. However, if you wanted them to be like really, really good, like a legit DMR build, this is definitely the way to go because you're saving yourself a ton of money by going with the Golden Eagle version, right? You're saving yourself a ton of money, right? Because all that money you save, now you can use towards parts. Be it a new inner barrel, if you want to go ahead and get an R-hop service done to it, new bucking, if you want to go and get maybe a new motor, right? Absolutely. Maybe like some better shims or something. Absolutely. I would highly recommend picking one of these guys up. All right. I'm probably gonna end up picking one up myself too. Like, it's been a while since I've had an SR25, and I miss it, so I'm probably gonna pick one up as well and just build it out. Let's see here. Yeah, Eden SR25 platform. Yeah, that's like the go-to platform for a lot of Milsim players. Yeah, the G&G SR25 is good. Like the GR, like the actual SR25 that they have, the APC2 or APCE2, if I get the name right, or the TR16. Those are not bad options. But again, it is a little bit on the pricier side, and a lot of people still end up buying upgrade parts for those guns. So if you are going to go that route, instead I would recommend going with the Golden Eagle, just because again, you're going to be saving yourself that money for those upgrade parts that you're going to end up swapping out anyway, even if you got the G&Gs. So just something to think about. Here's a good one. Ammo Skua asks, have you used the Elite Force Glock 19X at all? Looking to get one. I have actually. I was pleasantly surprised with I was skeptical when the initial Elite Force Glock started coming out, but I was thoroughly surprised, and I still vouch for the Elite Force Glocks to this day. I think they're built very, very well. They are a little bit on the pricier side, but I personally don't mind that because, again, you are paying for quality. They are officially licensed, right, by Glock themselves, so you know it's going to be a good product. And the 19X is solid in the hands. Like, I have no complaints about the 19X whatsoever. It's not my favorite one out of all the Elite Force Glocks, but performance-wise, it's good, and it does everything it needs to. No issues on my end. So if you're thinking about getting one, I would recommend it. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, here's a good one. Prime Tech Customs. I think I do remember seeing this gun. What's your opinion on the concealable rifles like the G&G, FAR, or FAR 5.56-9 that we were shown at IWA? Too niche or practical for Airsoft? I think it is a bit niche, honestly, because there's really no need for a conceal. I could definitely see this being used at like maybe a Milsim event potentially, right? Like the idea of something like a rifle that is concealable. But even then, I feel like there's really no need, considering there's like no need to hide guns in Airsoft necessarily, right? Like at the end of the day, we're all essentially just open carrying the minute that we go onto the Airsoft field. Like the minute that we're there, like the guns are out, man. The guns are out. I mean, obviously, if the field has specific rules, like no guns outside the staging area, that makes sense. But generally speaking, once you're on the field itself, like everyone's packing, man. No one's really hiding anything. So I think it's a little niche, but I think it is still cool regardless. Again, I like supporting other platforms, but I think the idea of just something like being like the whole selling point is concealable is not. It's not for me. I'll say that it's not for me. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Mick Jones, my black and gold box shipped. Excited to see what it's in the box. Mick Jones, I know you are going to be happy with what it is that you get. I know anyone that's ordered the box is going to be very, very delighted with what they receive out of the box. That prize list, man, was absolutely insane. Let's see here. Cutter Airsoft. Prompt. Anytime a gun appears that is outside the norm, if you are a collector, get it. But if you want something to actually play with, stick with more mainstream platform. I would say that applies if you are a beginner. If you are, again, like, because I will run weird shit. Dude, I run out with like an L85, right? I go out with FALs. I run P90s. I run 240s. I run 249s. I will run RPKs. Well, I guess that one's more of just I guess that's a little more mainstream. But still, like, I will run like the more obscure platforms out there just because, again, I just want to have fun with the guns that I buy. But yes, I would agree with that to an extent. If you are a first-time player, yes, go with something more mainstream. And then if you want to start expanding your horizons and start getting a bunch of more stuff, then I would say, yeah, totally go ahead and start collecting a little bit more stuff. Oh no, DJ, I will be missing out this year. My truck bill was dude, had to be paid and it hurt hard. Now I have to cancel the trip until the next one. DJ, it's okay, man. Like, life happens, shit happens, right? Shit happens. Don't worry about it. We will hopefully see you in the next BBWars. But I look forward to the day where you and I can actually play together. I look forward to the day where every single one of the mods and everyone in the chat right now, right? I genuinely do want to play with everyone. I want us to be able to have a day. That's what I want BB Wars to be. That's what I want this Operation Close Front. If you guys can make it, please, like, seriously, this is gonna be a fun ass event, and I'm looking forward to this so fucking much. I want everyone to come out because I want everyone to have an awesome time and build awesome memories within the Airsoft community. And I know everyone that shows up is gonna have a fucking grand time. I want to go ahead and give another shout out to Deegan. He just got himself his 5 entries into the shopping spree giveaway. Guys, there is not a lot of time. There's like, what is it, 21 minutes left of the live stream before the live stream ends, and then the 5 entries for the shopping spree giveaway is going to end. Stephanie looks like she got herself her entries as well. Thank you, Stephanie. Much appreciated. Guys, take advantage while you can. I'm going to answer a few more questions if I can, and then I'm going to start, because I did have a topic for tonight that I was supposed to talk about. Okay. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, Nameless. What is a good field to play in? I'm assuming that's SoCal for a beginner. If you're in SoCal, like, the most populous fields would most likely be like SE Village. SE Village is like pretty decent for like a lot of beginners, right? They have a lot of people that go on the weekends. Personally, I'm more of a fan of Wildlands. That's in Lake Elsinore, otherwise known as Jungle Island Paintball. I feel like the rules are just a little bit more diverse and a little more forgiving towards other platforms. Yeah, they're not as strict. They're not as weird about their face protection rules. They have a lot of weird rules at SE Village. Here's the thing: they say certain goggles are not allowed, but then they also sell the same goggles at their in their pro shop as well, which is like, what the fuck's going on there? So I don't know. It's a little sketch for me. Personally, I would prefer going to either there, or you can go to Code Red out in Paris. It is a little bit more of a drive compared to just, SE Village, right? But it is, I feel, a bit more worth it at the end of the day. You can also try, honestly, indoors too is also really, really fun. If you want a good, I like to say non-toxic indoor airsoft field, personally, I prefer going to Project N1. The staff there, especially Gabe, they're really fucking cool guys. They've been doing it for a while. They know their shit. And they don't tolerate assholes there. If you're gonna go to that field and just light up kids, they will kick your ass out, like, without a second thought, right? If you're just being an absolute douche and just there to hurt people, there is no place in the airsoft community for you at all. Like, we are not about hurting each other. We are not here to cause physical pain to other people. We are here to have a good time, hang out, and yeah, is it an aggressive sport? Yes, but we're all here to have a good time and have fun. So, highly recommend going to Project N1 if you want a good indoor experience if you're in the SoCal area. Okay. Make sure. Okay. What are the clothing requirements for BB Wars? Clothing requirements for BB Wars, it depends on what side you go on. If you go as Rebels, it is literally civilian clothing. So literally whatever it is that you want, as long as it's civilian clothing, no camouflage. No camouflage. That is the biggest rule, right? Because again, for Imperials, if you want to go as Empire, you can wear any camouflage clothing that you'd like. So whether it's, the standard, I'd recommend the standard multicam if you want to, because it's ideally a green-based camouflage. Multicam, woodland, those are probably like the two most popular. You can wear other camouflages, but green-based is typically what is ideal and recommended. So if you can wear something like M81 Woodland, multicam, those are like the two most popular camouflages that you can go out and get stateside, even at like regular airsoft stores. Like, we'll sell multicam, we'll sell like M81 Woodland stuff. Hell, even fucking surplus stores will. If you really need a set of like Woodlands, you can go there. Okay, I think for the most part we are caught up with. Okay, I think for the most part we are caught up with questions right now. Okay, so, whoa, that took a while. Much appreciated. Vietnam Target Strike, Banger Airsoft, yes. That is a Chad move right there. Chad move right there if you pull up with the Tiger Stripe camo. All right, so tonight's topic. My loadout for BB Wars Operation Coastal Front. My Imperial loadout. So you guys can go ahead and use this as inspiration if you want. Whatever. If you guys want to use this as just kind of like a launching point off for you guys, if you want to see like more ideas for what you can wear for BB Wars. This right now I'm going to be speaking specifically about the Empire side. So if you guys want to go Empire and you guys are looking for a cool idea of what you can go ahead and do, again, bear in mind BB Wars is coming up soon. So you can also use this for Backbreaker as well. This is sort of I'm giving you kind of like, I guess, behind the scenes of like what I actually used for my loadout. So the main gun that I'm going to be using, oh boy. Ooh, you guys can go on and see that. This, you guys might have seen it on our YouTube videos. I have talked about this before. This is the Classic Army 249 Mark 46 that I run. This is my personal, this is my baby. I've had this for years and years and years. I've had our techs work on this, and this thing is an absolute beast. When I need it to be, I bring this to like every Milsim West event that I go to, and this thing holds down the fort. It does exactly what I need it to. And it's scary too. If you go up against this thing, yeah, no, like you're probably not gonna make it. I've gotten plenty of kills with this thing, including Sigma. Your ass has been got with this thing before. Just letting you know. I'm just talking shit, just because I can. Cause you embarrassed me. You rizzed me up on live stream, man. I'm gonna call you out too. But I have gotten several kills with this guy, and it is just scary too. At the end of the day, you don't want to charge an Airsoft LMG, and this is what I'm gonna be running because I want it to be more of an asset to my team when I play. I want to go on and be able to provide cover fire in a and more rapid urgency, right? I want to be able to go out and quickly deploy to the field where I'm needed. All right, cool. We're trying to advance here, but we're stuck here. LMG, let me just spray down this entire area. Let our team advance, move forward with them, and then take control of the field. That is going to be essentially my goal. That's my tactic, and that's what every LMG user should be doing. Being able to give more coverage for their team and provide movement for them. Deny the enemy access into our areas that we want to control. So the gun itself, I'm going to be using a G&G. I guess I can say it's a G&G L-cam that I'm using on here. I do have the dummy rounds that I have on here hiding the actual hose. It's a Classic Army Stoner nutsack magazine, or box mag for it. I do have the Classic Army rail system on here as well. Now internally, I am using a Classic Army M2 motor, I believe. The M2, that's supposed to be the max torque motor. I do have custom 16:1 gears, I believe, in this. So it's not like the fastest thing in the world, but it's definitely a lot faster than it was stock. I also put in a new piston, obviously, new air compression set, 603 Type 4 inner barrel. This thing actually is R-hopped because I'm running the bull gear hop-up chamber inside. So with the stock ones, you can't R-hop them. So I definitely get a lot better range than most other LMGs on the field because, again, running the bull gear hop-up opens up a little bit more possibilities for you. So that's going to be my main primary. I'm debating whether or not I should run a sidearm. I might run either my Elite Force M9 or I could potentially run my 1911. I might lean towards the M9 just because I actually really like M9s personally. I think the M9s are really underrated now. I feel like a lot of people love to go for the 1911s and the high caps, which I get. I totally get that. But I think at my heart, I think I love M9s actually. I think I'm just a Beretta man. Okay. Sigma, to be fair, the field didn't allow me to push up close enough to engage you, but yes, you sniped me. Here's the thing, I'm not a very confident person. I'm not very like, oh, showboaty, but I will say this. I'm fast as fuck on the field. Even though I wear full kit and I have, I carry that beast around all day, I run really fast, like really, really fast, to the point where I can keep up with most speedy boys. Even Sigma, I've played with him before, like I'm able to keep up with him fine. Even though I'm in full kit and he's wearing like the bare minimum of clothing, and I'm still able to go ahead and keep up with him. And I'm actually a pretty good shot. Like I'm not the most accurate guy on the field, right? I'm usually spray and pray, but I'm actually pretty accurate even with my 249. And that's a lot, and has to do with the fact that one, I practice with that gun routinely. I do clear buildings with this, right? Like, and it's not even necessarily because like, oh, I want to be that guy. No, it's because I just want to be efficient with the gun that I have, no matter what environment that I'm put in. So I practice a lot with this gun specifically. I mean, it gets to the point where if I have to use a different rifle, if I just pick up an M4, I'm like, what the fuck is so light? It's like nothing, and I'm moving around so fast. Like, is this how everyone feels? But as far as the actual gear itself, I've shown this off once on stream. I don't think I showed it off entirely. This is going to be the set of body armor that I'm actually going to be wearing. The paint didn't come out like perfect on the Molly straps right here, but it does the job, and I covered over it with a little more paint so it's not as obvious. But this is going to be the body armor that I'm going to be wearing underneath the actual chest rig that I'm sporting to carry additional magazines, tools, and my radio. So this body armor is actually, if you look up on our website, here, I'll go and show you guys. If you look up on our website, it is the TF3 body armor. There we go. The Emerson TF3 high-speed mag strap body armor. This is on our website right now for $65. You can go ahead and pick one of these guys up. They normally come in black and tan, but right now I believe we only have black. Whew, apologies. You can only get the black one right now, but honestly, it works great. I would have stuck with the black one, but then I kind of got the idea of like, oh, I kind of want to go as like a stormtrooper, right? Like, what would a modern stormtrooper wear? And so I decided just to go ahead and give it a custom white paint job. It was actually not super difficult to do. Obviously, a lot of painter's tape to go ahead and cover up, like, go ahead and cover up the actual straps. Like the Under Armour, of course, I covered up as well to the backside. But overall, all in all, you know, I think it came out pretty damn good, if I do say so myself. I'm pretty proud of it. I think I can improve it for sure over time. Maybe like after this BBWars, I'll go ahead and touch up the paint just to make sure it's nice and crisp again. But I was very proud of it, actually. I was very, very proud of how it came out. Then, of course, I'm going to be rocking this helmet. Oh, hit myself in the nose there. This setup is very unforgiving in tight spaces, but go ahead and see this. See, let me go ahead and move this over. This is the helmet that I'm going to be rocking. Just a maritime helmet, painted white. It was black originally. Got my Velcro straps all throughout, of course. Got my patches on here, just a regular American flag in gray that I just had just because why not. But I'm probably going to swap it out for another one of these Imperial patches that I've already had laying around for a while. Dummy nods that I had that were just easy to put on. We sell these on our website too. Although I might get a counterweight just to go ahead and help with the weight. Because the problem is that you see is that like if you run like even if it's dummy nods, like they can still add a little bit of weight and they can be a little front heavy. So we actually sell on our website. If you look up, let's see here. Let's see. Counterweight. Oh, that's gonna be 2 words. Counterweight. Yeah, you can pick up one of these counterweights, like one of these guys. They're like $18, very cheap. And they got some weights already in here. You can, yeah, see it right there. Got all these nice little weights here. So it'll help balance out the weight from the nods up in front. Or if you're running a GoPro, if you're running a GoPro up in front, I've done it before. That will weigh your helmet down. This will help out a lot. Lancer makes these. You can get in multicam, flat dark earth, and black right now. No Ranger Green yet. I am waiting for the Ranger Green one to come out. When it does, you bet your ass I'm going to grab it because I fucking love Ranger Green. Yeah, that is going to be pretty much what I'm wearing. As far as iPro, I actually rocking these. They're an older pair of Vulcan, I believe the Echo goggles. You can pick these up too at Airsoft. I think they're sold out, but you can get the ASG ones. They're basically the same thing, and they work very, very well. It looks very similar to just regular glasses, but honestly, they are full seal. I'm going to take a look there. They are full seal. Very comfy, very low profile. They're a little beat up and scuffed because I use these for pretty much every Milsim event that I go to. But they get the job done, and I can properly use my optics no matter what gun that I have. So, highly recommend something like that. You can go ahead and pick those up if you want to get something equivalent. ASG goggles. ASG I. Running in the 90s. There we go. Is the tactical strike, dual plane, clear lens go. These are pretty good too. These are pretty much the same thing at the end of the day, you know. And again, because it's over $20, you're gonna be getting entered into the shopping spree giveaway. You're gonna get your entry into it. But yeah, that is also something that I would recommend if you're looking for a good set of eye protection that is low profile. It's going to allow you to actually use your optics the way that they were intended to. Very comfy and still full seal and accepted at every field. Definitely something like this. As far as Face Pro, what I normally like to do is I actually like to use these. You can find these online too. These are the face wraps by Condor. Sometimes they might be labeled under the Recon wraps. So I believe those are like the fleece ones. It's a little too warm for me. I just like the regular face wrap. That's what they look like. Here, we can go on. We'll do a face cam real quick. That's what they look like. Just a regular. It almost looks like a sleeve. What I normally do is I fold it in half. Right? Get this nice and folded. You can fold it a little bit more depending on how big your head is or your chin. I got a pretty big chin. I got a freaking crimson chin over here. But we'll go ahead and put this bad boy on over our heads. And it just holds in place like so. And if you wanted to cover more of like the back end of your head, all you have to do Take this side, the back end, wrap it over. And that's that. That's all you got to do. It ends up wrapping a little bit more over so you cover a little bit more. It's not perfect right now, but it gets the job done, right? If you wanted to go ahead and just cover up the entire head, or if you just want to rock it like this, you can, or if you want to turn it into just a regular headband just to go ahead and keep the sweat out of your eyes, you can definitely do that as well. I'm probably just going to leave it like this. Why not? You can also go ahead and keep it like that if you want to, just to keep the sweat out of your eyes if you're working out or something. It's a very like multi-purposeful piece of kit that I feel like is very underrated. A lot of guys on my team will run this setup because we like to go ahead and rock underneath. We'll have just like our little steel mesh guards. Boaz actually did a whole YouTube video on how to make these, but essentially all this literally came from just a regular mesh mask, like just a regular full mesh mask. You can either use a Dremel or you can use a pair of shears. Cut it into a nice rectangle, and it literally holds in place. It literally is kept in place by the face guard because it's nice and fitted. It holds it against your teeth, so you don't have to worry about getting your teeth shot off even when you're playing. I've gotten shot like I don't get shot in the head very often, but the few times that I have, I think one of those times, I think in the last 2 years, I actually did get shot like where my teeth would be. Where my upper row of front two teeth were. I don't remember if it was the left or right side, but thank God I had this in. Because one, that blocked the bruising a lot, right? That really helped like avoid any bruising there. But it also prevented any chipping or impact on my actual tooth itself, right? Very, very handy. If you have any old mesh masks, I highly recommend doing this method. It's so easy. Even on our website too, you can find, here, face wrap. We sell a bunch of these. Honestly, I'm surprised more people aren't doing this. This is just such a hack. Let's see here. Multi-wrap, yeah, you can. I believe they're called like the multi-wraps as well. You can also get one of these, although I think these are actually no. I believe that should be it. I believe they changed their name, but you can get one of these like multi-wraps too. That's also popular. Yeah, there's just so many different options for it. But basically, something along those lines that'll work. If it's cold, right? If you're playing at like a really really cold event like venue, like Clovis, like Hill 559, or if you're playing out in Europe where it's snowing constantly, you can also pick up one of these fleece ones if you want to keep warm too. And these are not expensive at all, honestly. This is a pretty good like alternative to just wearing the full like mesh and goggles and everything. Really kind of slims down everything. And really helps on the field too with you, especially if you want to actually have something a little more low profile so you can properly aim down sights. Because even with all that stuff on my head, I can use my optics no problem. So that's actually what I'm going to be running for this coming event for BBWars Operation Coastal Front. Let me know if you guys want to go ahead and if you have any other questions about the kit. You guys can also DM me directly too. I'm on Discord, so if you guys want to go ahead and just ask me like, hey, what upgrade parts did you put into your gun, or what would you recommend for this if I'm going Empire, what would you recommend for this? There's a ton of things that you can go ahead and do, whether it's just you want to go be the regular rank and file soldier, or if you want to do, remember, you get extra points for showing up in a really cool cosplayer like themed loadout. That's just you honestly will probably end up featuring you the day of BBWars when you show up on the field. If you end up having a really cool outfit, we're probably going to show you off on social media, right? We're probably going to give you a big shout out and want to go ahead and show off everything, because again, we love seeing more creative loadouts too on the field. At least I do. I know for sure Cisco does too. We love seeing more creativity in people's loadouts, especially when it comes to themed events like BBWars, for example. But yeah, stay tuned to our YouTube channel because we are going to be releasing the full episode of the Tactical Gearheads episode with me in full kit and everything. I personally think, honestly, rating my entire kit, I would give it a solid 8, maybe 8.5. Maybe I would honestly say even go as far as a 9, because I really did want this to be like, again, something that a modern stormtrooper would look like, right? Something that, again, but I didn't want it to be super impractical, right? I didn't want it to just be full armor and then like no way of carrying additional like gear or kits on me, right? So again, being able to rock just a regular chest rig on top of it, your choice. I'm rocking the Emerson one, where I can carry like additional tools, my phone, my car keys, and additional pouches and magazines, right? When the box mag eventually does run out, because I have a feeling I'm going to end up running out of ammo pretty quickly. When it runs out, just being able to go ahead and just swap out to a regular M4 mag, that's going to be really, really convenient for me. And I'm able to go ahead and carry quite a bit on me. I think in total, yeah, I should be able to carry 6 on me. So I'll be rocking on the field for quite a long time. Guys, there's only 2 minutes left to take advantage of the promos we have going on right now, especially this one, the $50 or any $50 order place will get you 5 entries into the shopping spree giveaway. You have like less than 2 minutes left, like a little over a minute. So make sure that you guys take advantage now while you can. We want to make sure that we give you as many opportunities as possible to help your guys' odds of winning the $1,800. $1,800 that you can spend on literally anything on Airsoft GI. Whether it's tickets for BBWars, whether you want to go ahead and pick up some more resupplies, or you want to get loadouts for yourself, your family, your friends, whoever it might be. Just make sure that you guys take advantage, because now it's only like literally 1 minute left, less than a minute left now. Take advantage while you can. Remember, any pre-orders for the Terran Tactical Pit Vipers will receive 10 entries into the $1,800 shopping spree giveaway. Same thing, any orders for a Lancer Tactical AEG will be getting 10 entries into the shopping spree giveaway. Real Wild literally won off of a order that he placed for, I believe it was supposed to be a Pit Viper, or not Pit Viper, a Sand Viper that he placed, and he was able to get the 10 entries, and he ended up winning the $3,000 shopping spree giveaway. You guys can be the absolutely can be the next winner, but it takes an order for you guys to go ahead and be entered. Without the order, you guys don't have a chance. Place an order, you have a chance. Just make sure that you are actually there watching the live stream when we actually go live on Thursday. The stream starts at 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time with Cisco. He's going to be hosting that. Make sure you place your orders in. Get as many chances as you possibly can. Oh man, that was quite a mouthful. I am very, very tired, and right on time because it is 9:30 exactly. Guys, it has been real, and I really appreciate every single one of you guys that has. One, if you're just watching the stream meant a lot to me. I really do appreciate that. Showing your support by watching, giving a thumbs up to the video. Remember to go ahead and do that if you haven't already. Really helps us out because the YouTube algorithm really does not like Airsoft. So any support that you give us is really greatly appreciated. And I really appreciate from the bottom of my heart everyone that decided to tune in, take time out of their busy schedule to watch my content. I really do appreciate that. That means the world to me. So hopefully I have been entertaining and I was able to answer the majority of your guys' questions. If you guys have any further questions or know anyone else that has questions regarding Airsoft, or if your question didn't for whatever reason get answered, I do apologize for that. Feel free to go ahead and DM us directly on Discord. You can also message us on Facebook, Instagram, and I will do my best to go ahead and make sure that we answer everyone's questions. If you have any problems with the orders, again, same thing. Feel free to go ahead and message us Discord, Instagram, Facebook. You will be taken care of. We will get you taken care of. Just be a little patient. We will get you taken care of. Guys, it has been real. Thank you to everyone that has placed their orders. Again, you guys are going to be getting those entries into the shopping spree giveaway. You guys have the best odds of winning right now. Guys, I will see you.